believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends, and today our topic is about mental illness. You know, we hear a lot of Muslims speaking about, Muslims, they try to present to us themselves as people who knows. Their religion helped them to explain things. But in reality, we can prove that Islam is nothing but a mental illness cult. It's provoke mental illness, it's create mental illness, create stress, create hatred. Hatred will bring mental illness because your hate will be your enemy. You see your enemy wherever you go because you have you have a phobia. They have phobia from pork, they have phobia from music, they have phobia from clothing, they have phobia, halal food, even shoes, they have to have a sticker, it's called halal shoes, as if you are going to eat it. So all of this is a clear sign of mental illness. When you enter the bathroom, you have to say certain words, otherwise shaitan will play with your anus. And we played those videos before like hundreds of times. If somebody don't really have mental illness, how in the world he believe that shaitan he play with his anus when he go inside the bathroom? You cannot claim that you are a person who have a clear mental state of intelligence and you yet believe in such a thing. But this guy today is going to explain to us about something about mental illness. Let us learn from him what he will say. Maybe he have something interesting. And here actually I found this video which is a clear sign of mental illness too. I mean, those Muslims, they claim to be men and they are conservative. They claim to be very religious. And then when we look in the video here, you will see how they are sitting together. This guy, he keep molesting Aridawa. Excuse me. All right, we cleared our throat. He keep putting his hands over his thigh. He keep touching him. They are sitting so close to each other. I mean, why if all of you are not suffering from mental illness? In one hand, they say they are conservative Muslims and they are against homosexuality. And then look how they sit together in the top of each other. In the previous video we play, Mimi Hijab, he put his foot in the front of the camera all the time, like from the beginning to the end. He doing live broadcast and he have his foot and his socks in the front of the camera. It's a sign of mental illness that you don't respect yourself. It's a sign of mental illness that you don't behave. When they bring people or women and they make a program about secret marriage, secret wife, and the wife, or sorry, the Muslim girl, she explained and she says, we understand that you Muslim men, you like to have intimacy with many women. Isn't it this is a clear sign of mental illness? Because why a man, he want to have intimacy with more women? What one woman cannot do and many women can do. This is a clear sign of mental illness. Polygamy is a sign of mental illness because simply you want to have more and you are never be satisfied. If you are in a healthy state, like when God, he created Adam and Eve, He did not create Adam and Eve's. So was Adam living in heaven or the garden and he is happy, or he was feeling oppressed because he have only one female? So obviously Islam create mental illness, and then this mental illness, the one who follow such a stupid cult, they think they are superior, and this is another sign of mental illness. Like now Muslims, when you speak to them, they think they can conquer everybody, they can destroy everybody, they are stronger than anyone, and at the same time they keep asking for ceasefire. This is mental illness. You know, they attack a country, have nukes, can wipe them out of the ground, and yet they claim victory when this country can delete them in 2 seconds, literally delete them. That is a clear sign of mental illness, because you don't calculate your numbers, you don't know what is your weakness, what is your strength. But we will play a collection of videos, and we will see how the mental illness work. Where is the other video? Let me see here. Give me a second. The other video here. Mental illness. There is the video which is about mental illness. I don't see it. Give me a second. Let me find it. Oh, here we go. We found it. So this guy now, he will explain to you something very important. Let us hear.
Someone with a mental illness like depression, we assume one of two things. Either this person is possessed by demons and jinn and therefore needs to seek an exorcist.
Here you see the number one stupidity and sign of mental illness. This guy, he claimed to be a sheikh, and he is supposedly from Lebanon, but this donkey do not know that Muslims do not believe in demon. There is nothing called demon in Islam. So how this guy, he go to teach, and he claimed that he is a one? Are you talking about Christianity belief, or you are talking about Islam belief? Since when you Muslim believe in demon? Since when Islam, a religion or a cult, mention demon? They don't have such a thing. Genie are not demon. Genie, according to Muslims, and this is another sign of mental illness. Muhammad, he heard of genies. Those are fiction stories coming from India and Persia about a creature who is he can go invisible, but he have a physical body. He can have sex with women. He can have sex with men. He eat. He piss. He shit. He causes trouble, but he is not a spirit. A demon is a spirit. And Muslims do not believe in such a thing. They believe only in a genie. So here you see how the Muslims right away, when they try to explain something to you, they themselves, they do not know what they are talking about. Yet he claimed to be a sheikh. What a shaky sheikh. And I challenge any Muslim, by the way, to call me and tell me where this guy, he got the word demon from. Since when you Muslims have a belief in demon? Is that the influence of the Christians?
Either this person is possessed by demons and jinn and therefore needs to seek an exorcist, or that this person is far from Allah or is a sinner and therefore Allah is punishing this person. You know, I've been guilty of such crimes for far too long. And now I realize and I acknowledge the damage that I have caused. You know, and it's simply not the case. A lady came to the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she says to my Prophet of Allah, I have a mental condition where I sometimes lose control. Can you make a prayer to Allah and ask Allah to cure me? So the Prophet of Allah, he said to her, look, you have one of two options. I can either ask Allah for a cure and you will be cured, or you can be patient on your illness and for you is paradise. And the amazing thing is here that the Prophet of
So guys, either I can pray for Allah to cure you, or I don't, and you have patience, and then you will go to paradise. Okay, hold on. How this woman, she is suffering from mental illness, and yet she asked Dr. Muhammad to help her. If she is suffering from mental illness, she will not go there. She will be pushing her head in the street, her hair in the sand. She will be dancing. She will be doing crazy stuff. What do you mean by? So you see how they fabricate a lie? Suddenly, the woman does she have a mental illness or she's wise? Do you see how stupid the story? Are you following with me? Because based on the story, the woman, she choose to be patient. That means she don't have mental illness. She is wise. Listen carefully and see why we laugh at the Muslims' fabricated stories.
Be cured, or you can be patient on your illness, and for you is paradise. And the amazing thing is here that the Prophet of Allah acknowledged that she had a mental illness and did not tell her that no, that you are possessed by jinn, or that you are far from Allah, that you're a sinner and that Allah is punishing you. My brothers and sisters, the world...
How come, you see here the stupidity, he's a prophet, he acknowledged. He's a prophet, he acknowledged. Let us see how is a prophet acknowledged. You will notice that Muhammad, he cannot heal anybody. Muhammad, he cannot even heal himself. Muhammad, according to Muslims, he was under black magic. And this is how, you know, people of old days, they explain mental illness. They cannot explain why this person acting this way, what he is struggling with. So what they say, they say it's a black magic. But in reality, it is a clear mental illness. Let us see. If we go to the chapter, which chapter we want to show you? Let's go here to the chapter, let's say Al-Kahf, maybe. Okay, Al-Kahf. All right. If you read the whole chapter, this called Kahf, you will find something very important. That Muhammad, because of his mental illness, he copies stories. Only a person who is struggling with mental illness, he will consider. Only. In this chapter here, you will see a story about a group of Christians who went to a cave and they want to escape discrimination. So Allah, he made them sleep for 309 years. And here you ask yourself, well, if Muhammad is not suffering from mental illness, how come he copied a fictional story written by a Christian for the sake of making Christians have patience, things will change, and making it part of his religion? Same time, if Muhammad believed in such a story, why the Muslims are not patient starting from Muhammad? Why he do jihad? Things will change. People will convert to Islam. Go sleep in the cave. You wake up after 300 years, everybody is a Muslim. And here you see that when Muhammad, he copied a story, the essence of the story does not match with the nature of Islam. Those people, they are running away from discrimination. Okay, Muslim, they say that Muhammad and 70 Muslims, they run away to different city from discrimination. How come they don't practice the same method where, okay, we live our life, we don't fight anybody, we don't go for war, we don't shed blood, and we practice Islam, and the one who want to believe, believe, and the one who don't want to believe, who care? Did they do that? No. Muhammad was a thief of a caravan. He was attacking everybody, and he made the sword. He said, Allah, he made my wealth under the shade of my arrow, even though he did not know how to use his arrow. but we know what he meant. The arrow of the gang, they are with him. So here Muhammad, as a clear sign of mental illness, he copies stories which are fictions, and he believes that they are true. Or he copies stories he do not believe they are true, but he copied them just to make a book. Choose one. Like the story of Gog and Magog, and how they are massive in number, and how Zulqarnain, he put them behind a dam. Who in the world want to believe in this unless he is a person suffering from mental illness? You know, when Yasser Qadi, he make a video about Gog and Magog, and he mentioned that a lot of Muslims are leaving Islam. Why? Because of this story. Okay, why people will leave this? Why they will leave Islam? Because of this story.
Therapy.
What is the reason really for someone to leave his faith because of such a story? Because obviously the one who mentioned this story is suffering from mental illness. He's a crazy man. In fact, even their sheikhs are crazy people. Like here, this is Yasser Qadi. Supposedly he is a person who is educated. He have I think a PhD. And look, the same person, he go against the same person. Changing your words and your belief, yet you claim to be a believer in the same issue, is a clear sign of a struggle within the brain of the man who we will hear. So, shall we believe in Gog and Magog, who they are great in numbers, or we should not? Listen carefully.
So if somebody were to say, how can we believe these ahadith when Google Earth has mapped the whole world? We can zoom in and see everything around us, and there is no massive land hidden from mankind. The response is, Wallahu ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allahu a'lam. If we believe in the ahadith, this is what the ahadith tell us.
See?
This is what the ahadith tell us. And there's a simple rule that Ibn Taymiyyah mentions. Memorize this rule.
Memorize.
The Qur'an and Sunnah does not bring the impossible, but it does bring that which astounds the mind. Is it impossible that somewhere underground Allah has thousands of people living? It's not impossible. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. Is it impossible? Is it impossible that there is a nation by trillions and they are living under the ground? And here you see the stupidity, you know. What underground? Your Quran says behind the dam. Your Quran never says underground. So because they could not see them, you see how they try to find a solution? It's a clear sign of a struggle of mental illness. So the Quran says Zulqarnain, which is Alexander the Great, he built a dam between us and those creatures, who they are massive in number. 1 to 1,000, which means every human being, there's a 1,000 of them. So if we are 7 billions, there are 7 trillions. When we put them behind, correct me about the number if the number is wrong. When we put them behind the dam, how he is saying in the video that those are under the ground, behind the dam, not under the ground. So what we understand now, that the Muhammadan tried to find a solution for the mental illness of their prophet. He made a big poo-poo. He's stupid. He's mental. He copies stories. Nobody can believe them. Nobody can understand them. Nobody can, believe in them for a second. I mean, this is not even good for cartoon. This is good for Sinbad, Alibaba, the flying carpet. They have a flying carpet in the Quran. According to the Muslims, Sulaiman have a flying carpet. So Muhammad, because of his mental illness, and we will go over that, you will see how this guy, the same guy, he says this is impossible.
Ibn Taymiyyah mentions, memorize this rule. The Quran and Sunnah does not bring the impossible, but it does bring that which astounds the mind. Is it impossible that somewhere underground Allah has thousands of people living? It's not impossible. It's not impossible. It's not surprising that our medieval scholars believe this type of stuff. Now, obviously, dare I say, anybody who knows science and geography and modern civilization, you cannot believe that there is a tribe for 4,000 years trapped behind a wall. I mean, if you believe this, that's your...
If you believe this, Yani, you are stupid. Sorry. If you believe this, Yani, you are donkey. If you believe this, Yani, you are a minto. Did you hear it? But aren't you the one who just said in the previous video, it's not impossible? Which one? Maybe Gog and Magog are Hamas. They are under the ground. And by the way, you see here he said behind the wall. He changed his words. Before he said under the ground because they were looking for them, and he mentioned that Google, Google Map, they have a map for every inch in this earth, which means even if you build a bathroom in the desert, it's going to show up in Google Map. We cannot find those Gog and Magog. And now he's saying, responding to himself, opposing himself, that it is impossible to believe in such a stupid story. What does that mean? What that will lead us? That Muhammad is a person suffering from mental illness. He copies stories. That's why the Quran chapter 9 verse number 61 says, the Arab, they called Muhammad, he was an ear. He is an ear. Why? Because he kept copying whatever he hear a story, he make a movie of it, he added to his book. So he heard some legend about Gog and Magog, he added them to the Quran. A person from Syria, he wrote a book about Zulqarnain. Zulqarnain is a real person. He's not a fiction person, but the story, all of it is fiction. He found where the sun set. He found it sitting in hot, boiling spring. He found where the sun rise. He found next to it people. The people, they said, built for us a dam between us and Gog and Magog. So the story, all of it is just a fiction, and Muhammad, he take it because he have a low IQ. A person with high IQ will never take such a story.
Allahu ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allahu a'lam. If we believe in the ahadith, this is what the ahadith tell us. This is what the ahadith tell us. And there's a simple rule that Ibn Taymiyyah mentions. Memorize this rule. The Qur'an and Sunnah does not bring the impossible, but it does bring that which astounds the mind. Is it impossible that somewhere underground Allah has thousands of people living? It's not impossible. It's not impossible.
It's not.
It's not surprising that our medieval scholars believe this type of stuff. Now, obviously, dare I say, anybody who knows science and geography and modern civilization, you cannot believe that there is a tribe for 4,000 years trapped behind a wall. I mean, if you believe this, that's your position. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I'm just being, I find this very difficult to believe. Is it impossible that somewhere underground Allah has thousands of people living? It's not impossible. It's not impossible. They're in some place separated from mankind.
So there's a place that's separated from mankind. Suddenly now we are living in different galaxy. But isn't it your stupid Quran says that those are, or this location exists in the earth, and it's very easy accessible to the point Zulqarnain, he found it? Why? Well, like Zulqarnain, he was using a spaceship, he was flying. All what we see in front of us is a sign of mental illness, low IQ, adopting stupid stories is a clear sign of mental illness. Continue.
The Health Organization states that 1 in 4 people will be diagnosed with some sort of mental illness at some stage in their lives. These are statistics that we cannot ignore.
What is the percentage for Muslims? 1 of 4, according to the Health Organization, they suffer from mental illness in one stage of their life. What is the percentage of Muslims? Is it like 1 of 4 or 4 of 4? Let us show you the clear sign of mental illness. This is the same guy. And this is the same guy. This guy, when he talk, he give us a clear sign of mental illness. He have a video. Let us show you maybe this one. Is it the same one? No, I think no, this is not the same one. Hold on. It have the same background here. Hold on. A video here is called "Who Do You Think You Are?" Who do you think you are? Just to show you this, the mental illness. When he is explaining his religion, you will see that this man is turning into a beast.
I'm better than him. And he starts believing also, it gets worse. He also starts believing that Allah Azza wa Jalla needs him. That Allah needs his salah. That Allah needs his charity.
Let us examine what he said. So why Allah, he said to the Muslims, the one who give Allah a loan, Allah will grant him many times return. You see, those Muslims, when they speak about their God, you wonder what they are talking about. I mean, we have the Quran in front of us. The Quran confirms that Allah, he need your money, specifically money. He need you to do jihad. Can Allah do jihad by himself? No, he cannot. Prove it. If we go in the Quran and we type the word loan, he just said Allah do not need your charity. What charity? You give it to Muhammad. Muhammad, he want to have sex, he want to rape, he want to force himself onto others and need money. And let us see if it says Muhammad need the money or it says Allah. Chapter 2, verse number 245. Chapter 5, verse number 12. Chapter 57, verse number 11. Chapter 57, verse number 18. Chapter 64, verse number 17. Chapter 73, verse number 20. We did not even search more. We just typed the word mortgage. Do Allah need your charity? Well, the Quran says yes. And this is not a charity. Because simply, the charity is something you give it for no return. This is nothing but an investment. And he is tempting you, if you give me money, I will give you interest. The Muslims, they say Islam is against interest. But this is what interest is? The one who give Allah a good loan. There's a good loan and bad loan. If we ask the Muslims, are we talking about money or something else? Yes, money. We can read the interpretation. Allah will multiply it for him many times, the interest. But we just heard this idiot. You see, they shout, they scream, they claim their religion that, dear God do not need money, he do not need your prayer, he do not need, etc. That again is a false statement. Do Allah need the prayer of the Muslims? Listen carefully. And by the way, I will open my Skype soon, so if you dare to call me, feel free.
Whether this person is or isn't on deen anyway. Have we become so shallow that now because you got a nice beard, you wear a nice white abaya, Allahu Akbar, this guy's pumped. So there's the opposite. There's the guy who, mashallah, he's been on deen for a couple of years. He starts believing in his heart, whether we're honest or not tonight, wallahi, in the depths of our hearts, in places that we don't talk about, wallahi, we start believing that I'm something. We start looking down at others.
Look here how the stupidity. Those people, they say you should not believe you are someone important. In the same time, they worship Muhammad. If you insult Allah, you will not be killed. If you insult Muhammad, they will kill you. Behead the one who insults. So you see that the contradiction? So is Muhammad someone special for you, or he is special for Allah only, or he is special for the whole universe, or he is the center of the universe? When they start speaking, they say, Allahu wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Allah and his angels, they are praying on the Prophet. Here they are talking about being humble. But you read their books, they are men worshippers. If you insult Aisha, if you question Aisha, we kill you. If you question Abu Bakr, we kill you. If you question Umar, we kill you. They killed even the grandsons of Muhammad because they questioned those people.
We start believing that deep down in my heart, I stand a level above the rest. That I got a nice beard and this brother's clean shaven. That I've been praying for the last 10 years, this guy still doesn't know how to make wudu. So therefore,
if you go check his video, you will see the same guy saying that the one who don't pray, he's not worth your shoes. Here is saying that the one who pray is not better than the one who don't pray. Isn't it your prophet? He said that the one who don't pray is not a Muslim. Isn't it your prophet? He said that those who they refused to come in Friday to join the prayer, he was almost going to command to burn them inside their houses. Now he's saying the opposite. He claimed to be a sheikh. Those are from the market street of Lebanon. They grow a beard and they come in the West, and now they have because they speak Arabic, the rest don't speak Arabic. He made himself a sheikh. He have a nice Mercedes, nice housing, nice car, life is good. And those fools, they think he is teaching them Islam. Maybe I'm lying, let us see. Let us find the hadith. Remember, he just said that someone he might think he is better because he prayed for the last 10 years and this guy he don't pray. This is what he just said. Let us find the hadith. And this is in al-Bukhari. So we should be able to find it easy. According to Islam, the one who don't pray is not a Muslim. And this guy is just a potato liar. Read carefully. Allah apostle by him, in who has my hand my soul is. I was about to order for collecting firewood, between two brackets fuel, and then order someone to pronounce the adhan for the prayer, and then order someone. So like now he will do, he collect the fuel, and now he will do an experiment. He will call for the prayer. What the connection between calling for the prayer and the fuel and the wood? Because he will order to burn those who do not come for prayer. So look what it says here. Let us zoom in it. And then order someone to lead the prayer. Then I will go from behind and burn the houses of men who do not present themselves for the prayer. He want to burn them alive. He want to burn them inside their house. They did not come to prayer. This is Muhammad. Yet this potato, he is saying, a Muslim, he might think he is better than the one who don't pray, but according to Islam, if you don't pray, you are a kafir. Let us see. Just to show you. Just to show you the hypocrisy of those people. Read. They are asking a question if about the person who don't pray. Is he a kafir? Is he a bad person? Why then Muhammad want to burn people alive? The Muslims agreed that the one who denies that the prayer is obligatory is a kafir. And he is going to be executed if he does not repent. But this guy is screaming in the video, trying to give you like, you know, you think you are better than the one who don't pray. Is that what you think? Because you have a beard and you pray for the last 10 years and this guy do not even know how to do ablution. Oh, what a nice speech. But the second you check what they are saying, you will find that those people, they are suffering from mental illness, and every single thing they say in their videos is absolutely false claim. Do you see it? They fabricate a religion. It's not exist. So Muhammad want to kill, Muhammad want to burn the one who don't pray. Muslim believe the one who deny prayer, he must be executed. This guy is saying to you in the video, do you think we are better than the one who pray? The one who don't pray? You are not. I mean, I can't even continue the video because every 2 seconds he says something. We check it out, we find it to be false. Do Allah need their charity? Yes.
I'm better than him. And he starts believing also, it gets worse. He also starts believing that Allah Azza wa Jal needs him. That Allah needs his salah. That Allah needs his charity.
Okay? Guys, let us check it out. I mean, I don't know what to say. Every 5 seconds I have to get him busted. I think this video will take a century to finish it. He just said Allah do not need the Muslim prayer. Here we go. Let us check. Do Allah need the Muslim prayer? Allah need even your sin, not only your prayer. Read carefully. According to Muhammad, and by the way, this hadith here is a clear sign of mental illness, and this is very authentic. They cannot deny it. They cannot say it's not true. Muhammad swears saying, by him, whose hand is my life, if you were not to commit sin, Allah would sweep you out of existence and he would replace you with those who commit sin and seek forgiveness. Hold on. Why Allah? We just heard the guy saying Allah do not need your money. Allah do not need your prayer. Okay. Those people are not committing sin. What Allah will do to them? Allah will destroy them. Why? Because if you don't commit sin, you will not seek forgiveness, which means you will not pray. Do you see the reason? Do you see the reason Allah want to destroy you? This is a clear sign of a great mental illness. We thought that Islam teach that if you commit sin and you don't repent, you go to hell. In fact, even that is not true, because in Islam, everything is destiny, which means even if you fornicate, is a destiny. It is not something you choose. Muhammad, he says that when a person, he commit a fornication or theft or anything, it's just a destiny. Allah, he wrote for him, when he created him, his portion of adultery, which he have to commit. Let us see here. So all of Islam does not commit sin. Why you want to punish somebody? Why you want to punish somebody for something you force on him? It's destiny. You see the clear mental illness? I punish you for something I force on you by destiny? How that can work? How this can be true?
Let me show you how we do stuff.
I will play this video for you and we will go back. Actually, let us finish this one here, this hadith here first. This hadith is very important to destroy all the idea of the reasoning of Islam. Allah is the devil. Allah is not the God they claim he is merciful. Because as you see, he is so evil to the point if you don't commit sin, he destroy you. And this is opposed 100% to what the Bible said. You see, Jesus says, I came for the sinner, I came for the sick, not for the healthy. For who? For the sick. Why he's coming for the sick? The sick is not even praying to him. The sick is not even worshiping him. The sick, even they are cursing him because he loved to save the world. This God is sick. This God, so-called Allah, and Muhammad, both are mentally sick. If you don't commit sin, he will destroy you. Now, how great the sickness we are speaking about, to the point, let us say you have a child. You have two sons. One of them, he never disobeyed you. He never broke the command. He is very obedient. He is very nice. He is very friendly. He is very peaceful. He never harm anyone. He never do anything wrong. And then you decide to kill him because he did not do bad. And you have a son who do everything wrong. He is a drug dealer. He is a pimp like Andrew Tate. He scam, he lie, he rape. And then what? All what he knew, he asked Allah for forgiveness, and he is the perfect one. He will survive, and the other one, he will not. So do Allah, based on what we see, he need your prayer, and he need not only your prayer, he need your sin. Allah not only need the Muslim prayers, Allah, he need their sin. In fact, if you think about it, let me, maybe I should like make it simple for you. If you are a person who study physiology or physiology, whatever they call it, you will understand what I'm saying. Look at this circle. according to the Muslims, Allah is sitting on his throne above the earth, which is very funny because where is above and where is under? But anyway, somebody calling, let us see. Hello? Above the earth.
Oh, hello.
Yes. Hello? Hello?
Oh, forgive me, my microphone was muted.
It's all right.
Shalom Aleichem to you.
Shalom, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm okay. So what do you want to share with us?
I just heard you say that Allah needs you to make sin, right?
I did not say that. This is what the hadith is saying.
Oh, my bad. Forgive me.
Yeah, this is what Muhammad said. If you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you. And he will replace you.
Isn't that totally fallen angel behavior? Like, fallen angels require you to do sin because they feed off that kind of energy, don't they?
Well, you see, I will make it like you are close to describe it, but I will make it more clear. In the Middle East, if there is a woman, she have a bad reputation. She is a prostitute. She live in a building. She start making rumors about all the neighbors' women that they are prostitute too. Do you know why?
Why?
So she will not be the only whore.
Oh, so she
badmouth. Yeah, she badmouth everybody. So everybody is a whore. And this is exactly Allah. Allah, otherwise I challenge the Muslim to give me the reason. Why what is the reason for his anger that you don't commit sin? Because then he is the only whore. If all of you commit sin, then he is the God of sin, and all of them, they are committing sin, and now we have a company, and I became the leader of the gang. They are praying for me. So if you are good and behaving, Allah is upset. Otherwise, why God, if he is God, will be upset from those who did not do sin? And why not only he is upset, he will sweep them out of existence. I mean, this is a total aggression of unjust. Right?
Yeah.
So this is what we are trying to explain to people here, that this is a sign of clear madness, mental illness. Those people should be rewarded, not the opposite. God, he punished Adam and Eve when they disobey him, not the opposite, correct?
Yeah.
So how the Muslim, they believe in the story of Adam and Eve and they believe in the same thing here? It doesn't make sense, because Islam is a collection of stories. Muhammad is a stupid mental illness person. He copies stories from other books. He put them in his books, but they don't make sense in his book, because what he believes is the opposite.
He changes them. Even Adam and Eve, they don't believe in original sin. They believe they're not even wicked at the core.
No, original sin, you see, the Muslim, when they say they don't believe in original sin, they are just being stupid again, because we can go to the hadith and you will see that Muhammad, he said, if not Eve, no woman betray her husband. So how Muhammad, he claimed that he don't believe in original sin, yet he believed that all sin go back to Eve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's funny.
So those things, the Muslim, they can get away with it when they speak to someone who do not know the garbage of Muhammad. We have all the laundry of Muhammad here. The Prophet said, where it is not Bani Israel, meat will not decay, and where if not Eve, for Eve, women would ever betray their husband. So in one hand, they say to you, original sin is a lie. It's a fraud. And then now Muhammad going back with original sin, not even to Adam. He blamed the women. He blamed all ugly stuff in the world for two, either Jews or women. And the women's sin go back to Eve. So everything they state in the religion is a state of mental illness, because they deny original sin. And as you see, well, this is, you are going back all the way to original sin. This was original sin, that Adam and Eve committed sin, and that's why we are out of heaven.
Yeah. I mean, you just think about it. One thing before I go. when you're saved, you're sealed by the Holy Spirit, but what is there when you're not in the Holy Spirit? There's the influence of any other spirit, and any other spirit that is not the Holy Spirit is a bad spirit, and it's gonna lead you to
confusion. This is confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Bible says God is not the God of confusion, right? You can be infected by confusion. God can confuse the enemy, like to reach, like let's say the Muslims coming to kill me, he can confuse them, take them to different place. But he is not the one who mislead you from belief. He is not the one who will misguide you. He is not the one who will deceive you so you will not believe in him. But the God of Islam in the Quran, he is the deceiver, you know, the one who Allah deceived, no guidance for him, the Quran says.
The greatest of deceivers.
He is, yeah. But here you see, actually, we don't believe in Allah exists anyway. But we believe that Satan exists. And yeah. Muhammad obviously is very confused. He takes stories from other religion. Like now, Muhammad, he took the story of Adam and Eve. He don't even know what Eve mean. He do not know what Hawa mean in Arabic. He do not know what Adam mean. He do not know what Israel mean. He do not know what Abraham mean. He do not know. So they copy names, they stole names, they stole stories. And when they insert them in their books, the Quran reject those stories. Why? It's like when you have an implant in the body of a human being from a strange body. What the body do? Reject it. So when you read the Quran, you will find that those stories and those words of Muhammad, they don't match with the stories which Muhammad he stole from other books. So the Quran reject them out and make Muhammad exposed.
He probably just twists the words to how they fit him one time, and then he twists into how they fit him another time.
It's a moody. I mean, he's an idiot. He say as he wish, and people write what he say. You know, he says something today, he say the opposite tomorrow. A clear sign of mental illness. We have a lot of evidence about Muhammad suffering from mental illness. As an example, he always faint in the ground. He always hear noises. He always, as an example, Muhammad, he hear. How the Quran came to Muhammad, you know?
No, he surely didn't write it, did he?
No. According to Muhammad, and here you need to focus with me. Okay. According to Muhammad, the sound of a bell, is an instrument of shaitan.
Oh, okay.
All right. He reported that Allah Messenger saying that the bell, the devil pipes, is the instrument of shaitan. And then we find that Muhammad himself, when he received Quran, he heard the sound of the bell, and he received the Quran actually as a sound of a bell. In one hand, he says angels will not accompany a person who have a dog or a bell with him, which is very funny. I mean, what the dog and the bell have to do? Why angels? They have a phobia from a bell? Yeah, because this is the bell of the Christians. So angels will not. And then Muhammad, he makes it clear. He says the bell is the musical instrument of Satan. And then we find that Muhammad, he explained how he received Quran. So what he say? He say he received Quran as a sound of a bell. Here it says, they asked the Prophet, how does the divine inspirations come to you? He replied, in all these ways. The angels sometimes come to me with a voice which resembles the sound of ringing bell. If you go right now and check who is the one he hears such a thing, he think people are talking to him. There's creatures, aliens, talking to him, but the sound he hears is the sound of a bell. You will find that those are people, they are suffering from mental illness. And here, actually, you know, when we speak about the sound of a bell, okay, Muhammad, he received the Quran as a sound of a bell. How the bell sound become Arabic words? I'm serious. How you know, like you gave me a chapter in a bell sound, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Okay, so now I received the ding dong, and now I'm going to put it in my book. The Quran says Allah never sent a messenger except he speak in the tongue of his people. Well, is the tongue of the people at that time is the sound of the bell?
No, because he sent it through the messenger, prophet, Google Translate, peace be upon him.
Yeah, maybe. All right, my friend. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
All right, take care. So imagine here another sign of mental illness. Muhammad, he received Qur'an. Okay, no problem. The Qur'an just came to Muhammad. But isn't it this is contradiction for what the Qur'an is saying? Allah will never speak to any nation except in the tongue of their own. And he, the Prophet himself, he have to be from them speaking their language. Is that the language of the Arab at that time? They speak jungle bells. Like when they walk in the street, they sing jungle bells, or maybe their language was inspired by Big Ben, maybe. Okay, so now we receive chapter of Al-Fatiha. But Muhammad, he hear a sound of a bell. How the sound of a bell became Arabic Quran? I mean, who is the stupid here? Going back, I mean, this is the stupidity itself. Going back to this, if you don't commit sin, Allah will sweep you out of existence. Okay, let us study this to see what kind of a mental illness Allah, aka the God of Muhammadan, is suffering from. Supposedly Allah is in the top of his throne, and his throne, by the way, is in the same size of the earth, which is present the earth to be flat. That's why it says the same size of the earth and the heaven, and which is not impossible, by the way, because in order to say the same size of the earth and the heaven, that means the earth and the heaven have the same size, which is false. But this is not our topic for now. So now you are living in the earth, and you are a person who is praising Allah all day long. Those are people who live in the earth and they praise Allah. And they never committed sin. Never. Shouldn't Allah be happy? Shouldn't he? And then we go here in the hadith, it says, he swear by his God, Akalah, Allah, is two words for those who do not know. Allah is not the name, even though the Muslim they say it's a name. The name is, there's two words in this word. Al and Lah. Al is a word meaning God in the Aramaic and in the Hebrew. This is why in the Old Hebrew, Israel used to be Israel. Emmanuel used to be Emmanuel, etc. And the word al sometime appear before the adjective, sometime after, like Emmanuel at the end. Elohim, it's in the beginning. By time the Hebrew changed, the old Hebrew, which using al, became el. El. So al become el. Muhammad, he took the name of the god of the pagan, Lah, which is the moon god. You can search right now, God Lah. And this god, he is very much connected to the moon, even though the Muslim, they say to you, the Quran say clearly, don't worship the moon. The god of the moon is not the moon. That's why he is the god of the moon. You know, when I say that the Messiah is the God of the universe, it doesn't mean that my God is the universe. There's a guy, he is supposedly a Christian minister, his name is James White, he's an idiot. They ask him, He have a little knowledge about Islam, and he claimed that he is the one who can answer Christians about what Islam is about. So they ask him, well, isn't it Allah is the moon god? He says, no, the Quran says don't worship the moon. Here you see the stupidity and the ignorance of this person, because the moon god is not the moon. The moon god is the god of the moon. That's why we will see that the Quran repeat many times that Allah, if you go to the chapter of An-Najm, which means the star, you will see even Allah in the Quran say that he is the Lord of Ash-Shara, the Lord of his star Sirius. But going back here, if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you. Okay. Allah now destroy those people. Why? What is their fault? They did not commit sin. They are gone. What Allah will do? Allah is going to replace those people who did not commit sin with people who commit sin. Those people in blue, they commit sin as much as they want. Allah don't care. Allah in fact is happy now, because now they need to pray to him begging for forgiveness. Do you see the clear sign of mental illness? To make it simple for you, imagine you have a puppy, all right? This puppy when he need food, he come to you, you know, he is like, he touch your feet, he go around you, he's hungry, he make a sound, make noise, he's begging you, you know. Allah, he will make you starve so you can beg for food. What do you think about a person, he do such a thing to make a puppy beg for food? Don't you agree with me? This is a clear sign of mental illness. So now the poor puppy is crying for food. Oh, wow, Allah, please, Allah, forgive me, give me food, what I did, Allah, please, I'm hungry, I'm dying, Allah, please. Allah now is so happy because the puppy, he is begging for forgiveness, otherwise Allah will destroy him. So this God Allah, so-called God, is absolutely the devil himself. The moon god. He enjoy sin and begging. You commit sin, you beg. You don't commit sin, you don't beg for forgiveness. That is a clear sign of many things: mental illness, evil, disgusting, darkness in the heart. Who is a Muslim? He can prove me wrong. Isn't this is a clear evidence of mental illness? Otherwise, give me a reason that if somebody did not commit sin, I'm going to destroy him. What is his fault? I thought the purpose of Islam is to stop sin. It turned to be no. The purpose of Islam is to do sin and beg for forgiveness. And then this guy, he coming to us and he is trying to teach us, Allah do not need you. Are you sure? If we go in the Quran, you will see Allah, he need our worship. Are you sure? Absolutely. You see, they grow a beard, and those Abdul in the West, they don't know. I mean, this guy, he make a sheikh for them. And by the way, we challenged them to come and debate us, but they were not there. Do they? I will call them. They are potatoes. In chapter 51, verse number 56, it says, what is the purpose of Allah creation? And I create not the genes, the genie, which is fiction creature, and the human, except they should worship me. What is the purpose of the creation? This guy, he said, do you think Allah need your prayer? It turned to be everything is the opposite. Allah, he need you to do sin. Allah, he need your worship. Allah, he need your mortgage money, which all prove that Allah cannot be God, because why God he need money? How you give Allah a good mortgage? Can't Allah send money from heaven if there is any money? I mean, Allah, he sent hail from mountains in heaven, which is proven again that Muhammad is suffering from mental illness. He think that hail is exist. You know, there is a fake book. It's called the Book of Enoch, not the book we know. In the Book of Enoch, there is the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper. And inside every gate, there is material like White House, like a warehouse, like a Home Depot, Lowe's. Inside those houses, there's gold, there is silver, there is snow, there is anything. And Muhammad is copying stories from there. Let's see, this person is calling. Stories from there. Hello? It's like a Home Depot.
Hello?
Yes, my friend, you are live on air. Go ahead.
Okay, so look, hello, CP. I'm a Christian. I want to ask you about the Quran.
All right.
One thing, you know. Yes. So can you go to Surah 2?
But before you ask me the question, what do you think about Muhammad?
I think Muhammad is a false prophet. I
All
don't
right.
know.
Okay.
Yes.
So what the question?
The question, like, I don't know. I started learning Arabic, you know, from your other account.
Okay.
And I found like if you look at Surah 2, verse 8. I'm sorry, 9.
Okay.
So did you open it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first word is, can you read it in Arabic? I can, but I would just want to hear the pronunciation.
يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون. Okay.
So the first word, you know, that's like the verb. So it says they deceive Allah. Is that the right translation?
Yeah, it's correct.
So that means that people can deceive Allah?
Yeah, you see, the Muslim, they try to fix it. They put between two brackets, they say they think they can deceive Allah. But in fact, in Arabic, it says they deceive Allah. They don't say, it doesn't say they think. And this is why we cannot accept the Muslim translation. And good for you that you are trying to learn Arabic, because right away you will notice that what they are adding between two brackets is not there. So, يُخَادِعُونَ Allah, they deceive Allah, and those who believe, while they only deceive themselves. But, you know, for me, this is not a big deal. I can say, you know, okay, they play games with God. You know, like, you know, some Christians, they say they are Christians, but they go and sleep around, and, you know, so I can take it in such a meaning. Okay, but but I will show you something more important, which will destroy Islam again. If you go to verse number 7, it says, Allah has set seal on their heart, on their hearing, so they will not accept guidance. Okay.
Yes. Right.
Okay. If Allah is the one, so now let us go and connect the dots. So they are trying to deceive Allah, but why? Because Allah he set a seal on them, So they cannot believe, they cannot hear, they cannot understand, they cannot follow, they cannot see the guidance. So it is the fault of who? Is it the fault of Allah or the fault of those people?
The fault of Allah.
Exactly, because if you are the one who closed my heart so I cannot see, close my eyes I cannot see, close my ears I cannot hear, then how in the world you blame me for being blind or deaf if you are the one who caused me to be so?
Yes. And even you said, you know, before I was watching, I'm watching the live, and you opened like, I don't remember which chapter, and it was verse 56, you know, that every creation has to worship Allah.
Yeah,
right?
Al-Insa wal Jinn illa ya'budu, yeah.
Yes, but
this is chapter 51.
Yes, thank you. Does prostration mean worshipping?
In Arabic it says ya'budun, not prostrating. Ya'budun mean to worship, doesn't say prostrate.
Yeah, but I mean,
prostrate is sujood, you know.
Yes, but is prostrating like worshipping? Because you know.
Yes, it is. Prostrate. When you prostrate yourself, that's why the Muslims, when they pray, they bow down. This is the prostrate.
But didn't Allah tell the angels to prostrate to
exactly,
Adam?
which doesn't make sense because first of all, according to the Quran, the angels are a bunch of liars, are not trustworthy, and they accuse Adam falsely. Secondly, he punished them by what? He proved that they are ignorant by teaching Adam all the names, and he told the angels to tell him the names. They could not tell the names, and that to prove that he is God and they are nobody and they are liars. So the story is stupid, because if I tell you what the name of my cat and you do not know, but I am the one who gave the name to my cat, how in the world that make me prove to prove that I am God? Because I know the name which I gave to the cat. In the top of that, ordering the angel to bow down to a man, this is the first paganism act, because I thought, Muslim they claim, that you should only bow down to Allah, and it turned to be that the first one who started practicing bowing down to non-God, to a man, it was Allah himself, to the point he commanded even the angels to bow down.
And why was like, I know that I've heard, I'm not sure, I've not read the entire Quran, but I've heard that Shaitan should bow down too, but is that right? But the thing is that he said only to the angels. I'm not sure.
He said to the angels, Shaitan in Islam is not an angel, he is a genie.
Yes.
So even the command is wrong, because if you command the angels to bow down, why you are upset from Satan for not bowing down? And you see, if the Muslim believe that Satan is a fallen angel, like in Christianity, then we can say, okay, no, he's a fallen angel. But no, according to Islam, he is from different creation. He is not an angel. He is made from fire, and he is a genie, and his name is Shaitan or Iblis, which means he is the first Shaitan. And then if you ask the Muslims, okay, where do you get the word Iblis from? How come Allah is copying the word Iblis? You can go right now and search in Google, where is the word Iblis coming from? And then you will find that the Quran is just a silly book, because how you claim that this is a book made by Allah coming from heaven, and then the name of their Iblis, Biblos, is coming from the Greek language.
Yes, that's right.
So how Allah is copying the Greek language to call the first creature who disobey him?
Yes, yeah, that's true. But Muslims like to close their eyes. And can I tell you one other thing? Can I go after it? I'll leave you.
All right.
Okay. So if you look at verse 4 from the same chapter, chapter number 2.
Okay.
That's what I think. You can correct me in this one. And those who believe in what has been sent down to you, and in what has sent down before you, and who has confidence in their hereafter, those are on guidance of their Lord, and those are the anyway, you know. So it says that the people that believe in what has been sent down before Muhammad and the revelation of Muhammad are on guidance of their Lord, and have assurance in the hereafter. They have confidence in the hereafter. But Muslims don't believe in the Bible, and we Christians don't believe in the Quran. That means that nobody has guidance from their Lord, and nobody has
well, not only this, the Muslim, they don't have, okay, as long as they don't believe in the Bible, they claim that the Bible does not exist, right? So the verse here is a condition that you have to believe in what is sent before you in order to be saved. But the Muslim, they keep saying that the Bible is not exist, the true Torah is not exist, the gospel is not exist. So how you can accomplish the mission to be saved if you cannot find the original book so you can believe in the book? This is another stupid mistake in the Quran. In the same time, by the way, like if you go, just to show you how this stupid book work. If you go to verse number 1, Alif Lam Mim. Okay, what does that mean? The Muslim, they put in English there, these letters, one of the miracles of the Quran, none but Allah alone knows their meaning. Look at this. How this is a miracle if they are letters. In Arabic letters, they are miracles. Then you go to the verse after it says, this book were approved, there is no doubt. Okay, what do you mean? The verse just before it, nobody knows what it means.
Oh yeah.
How there is no doubt about it, and you just say the verse before it, only Allah know what they mean. A book have no doubt on it is a book which is explained very clear, to the point we have no doubt about anything in it. And then you will find that in the same book, it says that people cannot understand the Quran, they cannot follow the Quran, because Allah, He made those people sick. And not only those who do not believe in Islam. If you go to chapter number 3 or even 5, you will find something very funny. The Quran said, Allah Himself describing His book that it is a book full of flaws, to the point nobody understand what it means save Allah. Here it says, if you go to chapter 3 verse number 7, it says this is a book sent down entirely clear. Okay, yes. It's entirely clear, but the same verse says, and there is verses in the book, in this book, nobody knows what they mean save Allah, and those who they have a sickness in their heart, they will use it for a trial. But remember, the one who follow the Quran is the Muslims, not the polytheism, as the Muslim they put between two brackets. A Christian cannot be infected by this, because simply we don't believe in this garbage. Those verses will impact somebody. He followed the Quran, he believed in the Quran. So now the Quran itself saying, this is a book, it's so clear, in the first line. In the same time it says this book is so unclear, to the point it's caused sickness and fitna, which means this the disturbance in the land, a problem, blood, killing, to the point, and nobody knows. And nobody knows their meaning save Allah. And then those who they are firmly grounded in knowledge, what they say, which means they still do not know what it means. But because they are firmly in knowledge, still they do not know what it means, they say we believe. So what make you ground the firm in knowledge in Islam is to say I believe, even though you do not know you believe in what. This is why in my intro we see the Abdul saying we believe without understanding. Right?
Yes.
We believe without understanding. All right, my friend. Thank you very much for calling.
Okay. Have a good night, man.
All right. Bye-bye. We believe without understanding. And this guy, he is schooling people about belief.
I don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
Find me one Muslim, one Muhammadan, he believe in something he understand. Just find me one. As you see, this potato which we are playing his video, he keeps saying things is not exist in his book. It turned to be everything he said is the opposite. Every single thing he said is the opposite. I want to hear those potatoes what they are saying. What do you think, guys? Let us see what they are saying.
All the way from Australia, Brother Ali Dawah. You know what I mean? You know, no salam to the viewer? Okay, inshallah.
Was that my cue to give salam? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so make sure you click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, Brother Muhammad is here on a tour with the One Ummah charity. All the links are going to be below, inshallah. If it's make sure to see if it's coming to a city near you, and make sure you go, inshallah, it's for a good cause. And today, brother, because mashallah you're involved in well, obviously we in the da'wah, we call that raw da'wah, mashallah.
Organic.
That organic da'wah. That
no hormones.
But yeah.
Do you hear me? Look at this. This guy, he cannot speak to Lili Dawa without touching her legs. Where is his hands? All the time. What is this exactly? And Ali Dawa, he spread his legs so the guy, he can put his hand between his legs. I mean, if the place is narrow, all what you need to do, just push the camera a little bit far, and then you do not need, I mean, why they are sitting like this? There's no chairs. The whole video, he keep touching him. And Ali Dawa, he don't mind. Tell us more about your Dawa molestation.
Organic.
That organic.
Organic, it's organic.
That.
No hormones.
But yeah, is that school playground da'wah, mashallah. So we're gonna ask you some questions, inshallah.
He cannot move his hand from his legs.
We have a lot of young brothers and sisters that you know, alhamdulillah, that are going through just the basic troubles and trials and tribulations that the youth go through, inshallah ta'ala. So you don't have to feel shy or sugarcoat the matter with these ones.
No, you cannot.
We're not preaching to the converted. The brothers and sisters, they know. Yeah, we got the mad ones here, and you know I'm saying that with love, okay? So so obviously the tour of
I don't know if you notice the music in the back. Did you hear the background? The background alone will make you vomit. What is this? Supposedly the sound will make it holy. So now they put you in a state of yoga. What is the sound in the back? Listen carefully.
And the programs and the lectures are around the topic of returning back to the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is going to be the solution for all the pain and problems in your life and in the ummah, right? So what are some of the main problems that you feel people are experiencing in their life, and what do you think are the reasons and the results of those problems?
Okay,
you start very gentle.
Look, you know, they are laughing. They are just a bunch of kids, you know, making fun of people.
Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalam.
Salli.
Problems are many. Everyone's got problems in their lives. And problems are inevitable. You will always face issues in your life. It doesn't matter who you are and where you're from. Issues are there in our lives, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts these issues there as a reminder for every single one of us that this world is not Jannah. You'll never find complete peace and happiness in this world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala designed that as such. Complete happiness is only in Jannah. So in this world, we'll always have our issues.
Okay, what is the complete happiness in Jannah? Your penis will be endless. What? No way. Is it true that Muhammad, he said, I mean, look at the complete happiness. Complete happiness. Where in heaven? But isn't it the Quran says, today I perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you. And this is, he himself, he said that. So if the heaven is where everything is completed, so why Muhammad he say this? Listen carefully. This is the same donkey.
As a Jew came to Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu.
True story.
Amir al-Mu'mineen at the time. He says to him, "Oh Umar," he says to him that there's a verse in your Qur'an. There's a verse in your Qur'an. There's an ayah in your Qur'an. Had this verse been revealed to us, the Jews, we would have made its day of revelation a celebration. So this Jew is saying to Umar ibn al-Khattab, he's telling him that you guys have an ayah in your Qur'an. Had this ayah been revealed to us, had this ayah been revealed to the Jews, I'm telling you, Umar, we would have made the day of its revelation a day of celebration. But just something for you and I to understand, my brothers. A Jew could appreciate a verse in the Quran.
No way.
A Jew was saying to Umar ibn al-Khattab that this verse is so powerful, if it was revealed to us, we would have made its day of revelation a celebration. I ask you, do you and I feel the same about this verse? Tab, why this verse?
Why?
Why did this Jew have enough wisdom to understand that this verse was enough for him to make its day of revelation a celebration? Because in one verse, imagine towards the end of the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals a verse to him and he says to him, today we have perfected your religion. Who's he speaking to? To you and I. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing you and I, O Muslims. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, today we have perfected and completed your religion, and I have bestowed my mercy upon you, and I have chosen Islam as my way. I have chosen Islam as my path. My brothers and sisters, our deen, Islam, is complete, it's perfection.
But a second ago, hold on.
Of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is not the deen of man.
Hold on. A second ago, he was saying to you that this is not heaven, and this is not what Allah promised us. The promise is in heaven. So why Allah saying to you, today I completed my favor upon you? What favor mean? We just heard him saying, today I completed my favor. If the favor of Islam is completed, that means there is no heaven to come. Because the only favor you can receive, based in the previous video, where he said this is not heaven, is to go to heaven. So how Allah? Is Allah using a false language? Today I completed my favor upon you.
He's telling him that you guys have an ayah in your Quran. Had this ayah been revealed to us, had this ayah been revealed to the Jews, I'm telling you, Umar, we would have made the day of its revelation a day of celebration. But just something for you and I to understand, my brothers. A Jew could appreciate a verse in the...
They fabricated stories. Why a Jew, he will appreciate a verse and he does not exist? Just to make it simple for you. When Muhammad died, there is no Jews left. And Muslims, they killed all the Jews and the Christians and non-Muslims, and they draw them out. So how this Jew, he met Umar al-Khattab? How he met him? If we killed them all. And now how this verse making the Jew so excited? So why don't convert to Islam? Look how stupid, and look at the mental illness of their lies. So the Jew is so excited, he is saying, if we have such a verse like this, we will make celebration. So why you don't convert to Islam? Do you see how big the lie is? Who is holding him to convert to Islam, especially the one who control the land is Muslims? The Jew was saying, if we have a verse like this, And what the verse saying? Didn't eat pork. Okay, and today I perfected your religion for you. And there is something he said, by the way, proving the mental illness of Islam. What is that? He said in the death of Muhammad, the last verse Muhammad received. Listen carefully. I'm not the one saying that. Listen carefully.
My brother's a Jew. A Jew came to Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and he says to him, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, at the time, he says to him, O Umar, he says to him that there's a verse in your Qur'an, there's a verse in your Qur'an, there's an ayah in your Qur'an. Had this verse been revealed to us, the Jews, we would have made its day of revelation a celebration. So this Jew is saying to Umar ibn al-Khattab, he's telling him that you guys have an ayah in your Qur'an. Had this ayah been revealed to us, had this ayah been revealed to the Jews, I'm telling you, Umar, we would have made the day of its revelation a day of celebration. But just something for you and I to understand, my brothers. A Jew could appreciate a verse in the Quran. A Jew was saying to Umar ibn al-Khattab that this verse is so powerful.
Why?
If it was revealed to us, we would have made its day of revelation a celebration.
We will show you the verse and you will die
I
laughing.
ask you, do you and I feel the same about this verse? Tab, why this verse?
Why this verse, yeah.
Why did this Jew have enough wisdom to understand that this verse was enough for him to make its day of revelation a celebration?
Why? Tell us why.
Because in one verse, imagine towards the end of the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals a verse to him, and He says to him, today we have perfected your religion. Who's He speaking to? To you and I.
Listen carefully.
Allah subhanahu.
Did He say toward the end of His life? Did He say that? Okay. If we go to the Quran, we will find the verse in the beginning of the Quran. And it's about food. Chapter 5, verse number 3. This day, I perfected your religion for you. We just heard him saying that Muhammad, he received this at the end of his life, correct? If this has happened to be at the end of his life, then this verse should be the last thing in his life. How this verse become in the beginning? Same time. If Islam become perfect, why there is more verses and chapters are coming? In the top of that, what the connection between eating pork and today I perfected your religion for you? Is your religion is about recipe of food? Read it. Don't eat this, don't eat that, don't shed that, excuse me. And then, today, this day, I perfected your religion for you. And after he say all those things not to eat, and he said to them, if you are really very, very hungry, starving, you can eat them all. So what the point? This day, I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you. But Muhammad, when he was dying in his deathbed, he asked them for a pen and a paper. And he told them, bring me a pen and paper, I will write something for you. You will never be misguided after it. How this book is completed? Perfected. I mean, the one who was making the Quran, Muhammad, he put all the words to make it, there's no argument to play with it. Perfected, completed, and this day. So it's about a day, it's about a timing. It become perfect, nothing is missing. It's completed, nothing more coming. Everything you need to shut the mouth of Abdul is there. And then Muhammad, he said this. He was dying from diarrhea. Give me the dish, I want to do poo-poo. And then he says, okay, give me a paper and a pen. I want to write for you something, which after that you will never be misguided. Huh? Hold on. I thought this day I completed my favor upon you, perfected your religion for you, chosen Islam for you, and now Muhammad is dying. After less than 10 minutes of this, he died. The companion of Muhammad, they refused to give him anything. Umar, he says, we have the Quran and that's it. And not only that, he says, قَدْ هَجَرَ الرَّسُولُ, which means Muhammad, he is crazy. He lost his mind. Imagine how Umar disrespect Muhammad. He just want to get rid of him so he will take over. It's their time now to take over. Finally, he's dying. In fact, many Muslims, Shia, they believe that the one behind his death is not the Jewish women. It is the Muslim Sunni. Umar and Abu Bakr, they told their daughters to put poison to Muhammad, and they killed him slowly. Here it says, ما شأنه أهجر. Those who speak Arabic very well, they knew what does that mean. What's wrong with him? He lost his mind? Is he become crazy? Muhammad, he said to them, nothing wrong with me. They said to him, what's wrong with you? Do you think, look between two brackets, do you think he is delirious? Let me see what the delirious mean in English. I'm not sure really. But it should mean, if they are being honest in the translation, mentally he lost his mind. Delirious, incoherent, babbling, irrational. Yeah, actually it's more than insane, you know, let us say like he lost his mind. So they accuse him, they accuse their prophet that he lost his mind. But if Muhammad lost his mind, that means all the promises of Allah is false. Why Allah want to make Muhammad look like a fool in the last few minutes in his life? Any Muslim can tell us? He's a cuckoo? Oh, okay. You remind me when I was in Paltalk, you know, those Paltalk, they are the same as YouTube. They are liberals. And they want to find any excuse to block me from coming to their program. So they forbid me from using the word sex. So we agree with those who listen to me. When I want to say Muhammad have sex, I say cuckoo. Cuckoo. Muhammad, he want to have cuckoo. Imagine the second I say the word sex, the Paltalk, they have a porn chat rooms. Literally porn. You know what porn? Seriously. They have a chat for porn. Women and girls, they open their camera showing their penises and their vagina. But in my chat room, if I say the word sex, they kick me out of the program. Just say sex. It's not allowed. Yet they have a sanction in Paltalk for adult. It is in red. First time I said adult, well, I am adult. I don't know what this is about. I said, okay, adult, I don't want to click at the other sections because maybe they are for kids. So I click at adult section. You enter the chat room. One guy holding his penis, the other guy is, I mean, it's a messed up. Other person is licking the toes of someone else. And me, in my chat room, if I say the word sex, they kick me out. The same in YouTube. They keep harassing me. If you are a Muslim, you say, I want to behead you. You post a beheading video. They post videos for Hamas, shooting the Jews, killing the Jews. Nobody take them down. Christian Prince, he say anything? He said, this is against our policy. This is against our policy. So you will notice that everything they say to us is absolutely false. Muhammad obviously is mentally ill. Look at this. I mean, who can defeat this proof that Muhammad is mentally ill? Not only Muhammad, he hear voices. Muhammad, he received the most important chapter which the Muslim, they pray 5 times a day. During the time he was doing shit. The first question I asked myself, can this angel wait until Muhammad finished doing his shit? Excuse my language, it's shit, what I can say. I mean, I cannot change it. Read with me here, and the Muslim, they try to fix it. They say, whenever he, which means Muhammad, he went out, which means to do shit, used to hear someone calling him, oh, Muhammad. And whenever he hear this, he used to flee. What? This guy already, he received tons of chapters of the Quran. So why when he hear the voice of the angel, he run away? And why the angel don't speak to him unless he is doing poo-poo? Can't he speak to him when he is not out inside the house? Whenever he went out, he used to hear someone calling him. Someone? What do you mean someone? What is that? And here Muhammad already, he is a prophet supposedly. He received chapters. He announced himself. What the heck? Is that the first time Muhammad he heard this? Maybe Jibreel, he changed his voice each time he speak to him, so this time did not recognize him. Like he was talking like this. Brother Fitar, I came to Prophet Muhammad and he went doing it boo-boo. And I said to him, Prophet Muhammad, he started running. And Brother Fitar, I will explain to you why Prophet Muhammad he started running. First of all, it was very dark. And Prophet Muhammad, he make poo in his pants when it's dark. He's so scared of pants. So because it's dark, I spoke to him at dark because I don't want people to see me. So he go out to do a poo-poo. And I cannot go to him at night because already have women around him. So I said to myself, I'm going to take Prophet Muhammad when he is going out to do poo-poo. And then when he go out to do poo-poo, he run away from me. What the heck is that? The angel, he speak to Muhammad, and Muhammad, he hear a sound, and then he run away. And look, Waraq ibn Nawfal, which is, I believe, he is the real father of Muhammad. He slept with his mother. Advise the Prophet to remain in his place when the caller calls him. Hold on. Are you saying to me that your prophet is not wise enough? And he is so coward to the point he cannot stand in his place and say, who are you? Who's there? What Muhammad he do when he hear the sound? He flee. Like Mickey Mouse, Tom and Jerry. Then this guy, he advised Muhammad, what if Muhammad did not listen to this guy to listen to him? The verses will not come to him. Another clear proof that Muhammad is suffering from mental illness. Muhammad, he tried to commit suicide many times. All of this is in their books. Everything we are showing you, this is from their books and it's authentic. Read carefully and laugh with me. Waraqa ibn Nawfal, obviously, he is the one who made Quran. You will see here that Waraqa, he was translating the gospel into Arabic. Read carefully. In the pre-Islamic era, Waraqa, he became a Christian, which is false. Obviously, he is not a Christian. He is a heretic. And he used to write the Arabic writing. Do you see the Arabic writing? The Arabic writing. And he used to write of the gospel in Arabic. What that proved to us? That the Arabic, there's no Arabic Bible. There's no Arabic Bible. This guy, he speak, obviously, Syriac, mostly. So, he was writing in Arabic, copying it from the gospel. What does that mean? That means the gospel is exist. He have his hand on the gospel. But in reality, he is not writing the gospel. He is writing things from the gospel. He used to write of the gospel in Arabic. So what the book he's writing, it's in Arabic. That is the Quran. As much Allah wished him to write. He was an old man, has lost his eyesight. Khadija said to him, "Oh, my cousin, listen to the story of my nephew." And here the story is very funny about Muhammad being squeezed by an angel. And then this guy, he told him, "Oh, this is an angel for sure." But you will notice here that when Waraqa died, after a few days, Waraqa died, and the divine inspiration was also paused for a while. And the prophet becomes so sad, as we heard, that he intended several times to throw himself from the top of high mountains. Oh boy. Remember, we are talking about mental illness. This guy in his video, he says mental illness can happen if it is a punishment from God. It can be a punishment from God. Okay. So why Muhammad wanna do that? I have somebody, he is wearing the clothes of Hajj. He wanna talk to us. Let us call him. Look like he just came from Hajj.
Hello?
Yes, my friend, you are live on air. Are you a Muslim? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you. Are you a Muslim?
First of all, my name is Salman. I watched a lot of videos of you. I really enjoyed them.
Okay. But I see you have a picture of you in the Hajj.
Yeah.
So you went to Hajj?
Yep.
So why you are enjoying my videos if you are a Muslim?
I am not a Muslim now.
Oh, you left Islam?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Why you left Islam? Don't you want to have an endless penis?
Can you repeat that again?
Don't you like to have an endless penis as a prophet of Allah he promised you?
I left Islam since like 4 years or 3 years now.
So before you start listening to me or after?
Excuse me?
You left Islam before start listening to me or after?
Oh, before.
Oh, okay. So I have no credit. That's sad. Oh, no problem. Anyway, I'm happy for you. So, but why you left Islam?
There are billions of reasons. Like, it was in quarantine time.
Okay.
I had a lot of free times, so I could think more. Before that, there was no quarantine, and most of my day were like full. I had everything to do. Like, I was in school. I came here and I had to do stuff. Didn't have that much time to think and question things.
Mm-hmm.
In quarantine, I really started to question things deeply, like scientifically, philosophically, in points of moral points, everything. The more I questioned, the more I realized it just crumbles from every point of view, like from morality and from scientific point of view.
Okay.
From everything.
What is the most point you think it was a reason for you to abandon Islam?
My father was most of his life working outside the country. He was always traveling outside, and when the quarantine time came, he usually used to visit our house from once a year. And when he came, it was like one or 2 weeks, like that. And when he visited, almost every time, like, he had a problem with my mother. Like, they always discussed and sometimes even beat her. And when the quarantine time came, and he was in our house, I knew it was gonna be a bad thing. It was not gonna be good.
Why?
Because I knew him very well. I knew that if we are staying, and my father is staying so much longer with my mother, it's gonna be very bad.
Like, you mean they start fighting, you mean?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like,
you don't have to give me like personal details. So what is the most striking reason for you to decide that Islam, like you mentioned that scientifically is wrong, morally is wrong, but what is the most important? You think it was like the point where you said to yourself, that's it?
I didn't really question it until my father really just came up with hadiths to what it's called, to justify his points on beating my mom or just doing whatever he did. Like, he used to beat my mom. If I didn't separate them, it would be very worse. Even my mom could be dead.
Sorry to hear that.
The other day he came and gave so many hadiths to justify his points. And he said, do you believe in this? You're a Muslim, right? This is your prophet. He said in this hadith that if a man says to his woman, you should hold this thing and hold it like forever, she should hold it for like forever. And a very absurd thing.
Not only that, the hadith says if a man, he told his wife to lick his buzz, she should lick it, and she will not do enough to her husband. Yeah.
He even came with like photocopies of the hadiths, and I was like so absurd. I didn't even believe that. Like, how the hell can a God just do this thing? It's more likely that a maniac man wrote this religion. So I started to question it, and that's the point that I started to question it.
So, you know, like from your sad experience with your father and your mother, what do you think about Christianity, that the Messiah, he commanded the man to love his wife the same as the Messiah, he gave himself to the church, which means in Christianity, the women, she become equal to the church. And there's no way a Christian man, he would disrespect the church, but his duty is to give himself. So it is a relationship of unity, like the man, he leave his parents, the Bible says, and he become echad with his wife. Echad, which is the same word Muhammad, he copied from the Bible. They say ahad, which means unity. So the man and the women, they become unity. So if a man disrespect his wife, he disrespect himself, because they are unity. And if the woman disrespect her husband, she disrespect herself, because they are a unity. So what do you think about comparing between both? Your mother life with my, I feel sorry for her and your dad, and the way Christianity teach the man to treat his wife.
Like, for almost a year, I've been considering to believe in Christianity. Like, it's very hard to not believe in a God or not be in a community or in a religion. It's really, really tough. Like, I have really tried to believe in Christianity. I even tried to visit a church. I live in Turkey, by the way.
You don't have to give details.
And what it's called? Yeah, I really try to know more about the Christian religion and that stuff, but like,
if you have any questions you would like to learn from me, I will be happy to help you. But anyway, like, what do you like to say to us? People are listening, and I'm happy really that you decide to come out of Islam. What about your mom?
my mom and my entire family they're still Muslims. They think I'm still a Muslim. They think I'm a Muslim and I don't just pray. They think I'm lazy. Yeah, they're all still Muslims.
Do you speak? Did you speak to your mom about why Islam? Do you think it's not good or something?
Not so much, but I just tell her, like, do you see, like, a man what can do this, and you don't believe in them, you don't accept them. You've gone to church, to court. You did not go to a scholar to solve between you both. You have gone to scholar for like past 10 times, and scholar did not do anything. Justified every time my father. So my mom, she gone to a court and she solved it there. Like, if she herself really believed in the religion, she would still go to a scholar. But she even doesn't believe in her heart, but doesn't have the courage to question the religion and say the stuff. By the way, I'm sorry if I sound like kind of weird, because it's the first time I speak English, and
no problem.
Like this.
No problem. Don't worry about it. You know, English is not my first language too. Well, I don't know. What do you like to share with people here? Like, you're calling me, and I don't want to push you toward the Christianity. But if you like to know anything about Christianity, I will be happy to answer you.
Yeah, I really try to believe, but I can't. Like,
why? What is the problem with Christianity? You think the reason you could not believe?
Like, when I was Muslim,
okay,
the Christianity always was like, they just changed always the stuff. It's very corrupt.
Why you think so?
No, I don't think so. I was always called like this.
Okay.
Always heard it like this. They in Islam, you know, like, they don't take any religion seriously except Islam. Like, always say Buddhists, they are stupid. They pray to stones. And
but
Jews,
don't the Muslims kiss stones?
Excuse me?
Don't the Muslims kiss stones themselves?
Yeah.
So if the Buddhists are stupid because they kiss stones, how Muslims explain kissing stones? Why Muhammad he kissed the stones?
In Islam, you even have like pagan stuff in Islam. A lot of pagan things.
Oh, the Kaaba itself is a pagan. All the rituals, Safa, Al-Marwa, throwing rocks at the house of Satan, all of those are from the pagan era before Islam. Yeah, Muhammad he just adopt everything. Going around Tawaf, you know, Tawaf. I don't know if you know the hadith. There's a hadith saying that a Muslim man, he says, before Islam we look in the desert to find a rock. If we find a good rock, we put it in the middle and we do tawaf. We go around it. If we could not find a stone which is good to do tawaf around it, we make we milk a sheep, and we mix the milk with dirt and we make a rock, and then we go to do tawaf around it. So this is exactly what the Arab used to do before Islam. They used to go around the Kaaba. The Kaaba have many idols, and the Muslims go around it.
Yeah, exactly. Even like a lot of stuff also came from the previous pagan culture.
All of it. As an example, cutting the hand of a thief. This is what the Arab used to do as pagan. A crucifixion. This is from the Roman, the pagan Roman. Crucifixion. You know, as a punishment. You will find that the Quran, Allah claimed that the crucifixion is a punishment from him. But all of us, we knew that this is cannot be from him. Everything Muhammad he did is a theft from somebody else. Like stoning to death, he took it from the Jews. Crucifixion, he took it from the Roman. Cutting hands, he took it from the pagan Arab before Islam. And he took it wrong always. And the Islamic calendar, he took it from the pagan too. But Muhammad, he screwed it up because he said that you know, there's something called a nasi, or like when you you know, because the Islamic calendar is a moon calendar, so the moon calendar, it's short, correct? Mm-hmm. So what the people who practice or let us say follow the calendar, the moon calendar, in order to fix the wrong of it, they have to add days at the end of the year. To do what? To fix it, because simply it's not correct. So Muhammad, he claimed suddenly, for no reason, which is proving again that Muhammad is a false man and he is not a prophet of God. He claimed that the correction of the calendar by adding days is from the kuffar, which is true. It is from the pagan. But it's the right thing to do. So if you go to chapter 9, verse number 37, it says that postponing of a sacred month, because they have to add days, is in addition to this belief. So since then, Muhammadan, they don't have a good calendar. Why? Because now we cannot fix the calendar. This is why you will see a Muslim, he fasts in Ramadan, but Ramadan can be in January, correct? It can be in July. It can be in August. Is that true?
Can be any month. Yep.
Because it keep moving. Why? Because the stupid Muhammad, he decide to destroy the calendar, which is not a perfect calendar, but they knew how to correct it. They are copying what the Jews they do. So they add days to the end of the year to fix it. What Muhammad he does? He said, don't add days, don't post upon those occasions, because this is from the kuffar and we should not follow it. And now the month which is called Ramadan, which means the month of being thirsty, it should be happen in the middle of the summer. Now it can happen in June. It can happen in December. It can happen in February. If we ask the Muslims, when is the birthday of Muhammad? You will find that the birthday of Muhammad,
they are
every month.
Different 10 answers, no exact year.
Actually, in fact, sometimes the birthday of Muhammad can happen twice in the same week, the same year. In the same year, you can celebrate the birthday of Muhammad twice. Why? Because the stupid Muhammad, he decide to destroy the calculation of the Islamic calendar. And since then, the birthday of Muhammad, it doesn't occur in a certain month no more. So imagine somebody, he is born in July, next year he is born in August, next year he is born in September, the year after it, October, November, December. How that work? How this can be against Allah? How fixing a calendar can be against Allah? Why Allah is deceiving them, if he is God, and making them follow a calendar which is messed up? Do you have any Muslim scholar can join us and debate me? Do you know anybody?
The strongest scholar I knew, my father, my uncle, every single one of them, they are really religious Muslims, but they don't speak English, or I don't talk with them.
What language? They speak Turkish?
No, we are Persians, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Even if they could talk, I'm not really having a good relationship with them.
I see. I understand. I understand. This is the Prophet Muhammad. I'm showing the screen. Prophet Muhammad birthday, 2024, 2025, 2026. Okay. In 2024, it is September 16. In 2025, it is September 5th. And it is in September 7. And then in 2026, it's August 25th, and the list goes on. How Muhammad's birthday can be all over the place simply because Muhammad decided to do this. He decided to mess up the calendar, claiming his God told him that fixing the calendar is from the devil, which is absolutely false. What is going to hurt God that somebody is doing the right thing by fixing a calendar?
It's just completely absurd.
Yeah.
Like Qibla, like let's say you live in the opposite of the world, opposite side of the Mecca. How and what direction are you praying to God? Like
you cannot pray to Mecca because the earth isn't a flat. You know, the earth. If the earth is a flat, then I can say, okay, maybe we have direction to somewhere. Like, you know, the Jews, they pray in the direction of Jerusalem when they go to fight, but they are fighting like in a few miles away from the city. But to pray, and you are living in Australia or living in even in Turkey, you are hundreds, thousands of miles away. It's impossible to face Mecca because the earth is not flat.
Exactly, it's just an old age religion. They believed in the earth was flat, and they.
Yeah, in fact, the Quran says it clearly in the chapter of An-Nazi'at. It says, "Wal-ardu ba'da dhalika dahaha." Allah, He made the earth flat. The earth, He made it bisat in different verse. Bisat, carpet, flat. You know, a firash, a bed. You know, so there's tons of verses in the Quran making clear explanation that the earth is a flat. Chapter 2, verse number 22. You know, chapter 51, verse number 48. All of them, they say, Allah, He made the earth as a bed for you, flat. And the earth, the sky is a canopy, is a building, and a roof, which is absolutely false. Roof from what? Like, is the sky is a roof for the earth, like maybe the atmosphere? No. A roof where you cannot get out, as the Quran says, that when the genie, they try to spy at Allah, Allah will show them by stars. This is the roof, a guarded roof.
Muhammad definitely thought that the sky was a solid thing, like it was about to fall, but Allah is always holding it. They thought like it was a blue solid thing, always about to fall on earth.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you left Islam, my friend, and if you have a question in the future about the Bible, I will be happy to help you.
Yeah, I really try to look up for Christianity, and what should I do? How should I start?
Well, you can start reading the Bible and try to understand the character of Jesus, who is the Messiah, what He wants from us, what His wisdom, what His words about, how He can improve my life. You know, the point of becoming a believer in something is to believe first that my belief will help me to be a better person, right? To improve me. And then there's other things in the belief, like there is salvation, there is you go and live with the Lord eternity. But the first thing is, the most important, does that belief improve my life and make me a better person or a worse person? A person convert to Islam second day, he want to do jihad, he want to kill his neighbor. A person, he become a Christian, what he will do? Let us say you become an extreme Christian. An extreme Christian is a monk. He served the word. He loved the word. He gave his life to the word. So an extreme Muslim is a killer, is a criminal, is someone, in fact, there's no extreme Muslim, there's no extreme Christian, either Christian or not Christian, either Muslim or not Muslim. So a true Muslim is someone who followed the steps of Muhammad. He killed his neighbor, he raped his wife, he kidnapped his daughters. A true Christian is someone, he says, love your enemy, bless those who curse you. So we need to look first to see if Christ make us a better people. Jesus himself, and we as a Christian, we worship him as God. He did wash the feet of his disciples. Okay, why Jesus washed the feet? What he's trying to do? I mean, why somebody, those people, they worship him, yet he go down on the ground and he hold their feet and he forced them Because he said to them, when they refused, they said, oh Lord, you cannot do that. They said, if you don't let me do it, you don't belong to me. And he explained why. He said, if you cannot be a servant, you cannot be a master. So when we read and we learn from the Messiah, we learn many things. We learn how to be humble, how to be beautiful, how to be merciful, how to be loving, and how to be strong. All those things together, when they are exist in a person, regardless if it's a male or a female, will make your life like a jewel. You will become like a jewel, a shiny jewel between your people, because you will be unique. You are great because you are humble, not because you are so proud. You are strong because you are so kind, not because you are arrogant and criminal. And this is what the Messiah will give to your life. And then you will find salvation with him, because this is the promise of the Messiah as Lord, as Savior. Whoever believe in me and die, he will live, the Messiah said. And I believe every word he said.
This week, I will visit a church, and I will talk to the priests of there, and I will try to learn as much as I can in this religion. I will even buy a thick Bible. Really consider it.
Well, I will be happy to hear from you. Anytime you have a question, you can call me. All right?
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
And
I really enjoyed your videos and your debates.
You are welcome, and I hope you are taking notes. Same time, when you try to read the Bible, try not to read as a reader. Try to live the story. Like, try to imagine the story, not only read words, because words just empty. Unless you go in the story, then you live the story, and then you will understand it and live it, and you will enjoy it. But words is just words. Jesus, he said, Jesus went, Jesus stood up. Well, we don't want to read a book just because he said. We want to understand very well what he said. We are not the same as the Muslims who memorize a book. It's not required to memorize. It's required to understand and have the spirit of the words. So what I encourage you is, when you read the Bible, not to seek reading, but to seek the spirit of those words, what the words will say to you as a person, individual, whatever your name is. So the Bible speaks to you as an individual. The Bible does not only speak to billions, speak to individual. You will find that every story in the Bible can fit somehow with you, as your life today, as your problems. Even though we exist 2,000 years after Jesus, still the Bible work in a magical way to fit with my life, my daily life every day. So try to read it, but not to read, but to live the story and to have the spirit of the story. So like when Jesus, he did heal. Is he doing a show? Is that a circus? Is Jesus showing, hey, let me show you what I can do? No. Jesus did not heal people to show them his power. In fact, sometime he told them, don't tell anyone. Don't tell them I did that to you. And then you ask yourself, why Jesus don't want people to know? Then you will be able to understand more and more Jesus. So Jesus, if I am the one who can raise people from death, I will be so proud. I mean, what only proud? I will be like unbelievable. Like who can talk to me? If kings will bow down to me, because all kings will die, all president will die. Who in the world will not wish to have a relationship, a friendship, or a kind of protection from someone he has power over death, which means they can live forever. So Jesus, he raised people from death, yet he is very humble and he is washing feet. Jesus make the blind see, yet he don't take money, he don't get paid, he don't ask for anything for himself. Jesus, he make a person who cannot walk by just say, carry your bed and walk. The man, he carry his bed and walk. The Bible says that there's nobody can count even the miracles of Jesus. Even the Qur'an could not ignore, the book of the devil, Muhammad, could not ignore that Jesus' miraculous life is amazing. All of those miracles, they want to tell us what about Jesus? What is the purpose of those miracles? It's just to tell us that Jesus, he can do things nobody do? Or the miracle is one of the clear evidence that the Messiah is the Messiah, who is a promise to be sent to save mankind. And he is capable of saving us. So the Messiah himself, he himself is a miracle. He himself is born of a virgin. Not only he do miracle, but he himself is the miracle, and that is God. God is a miracle, the Bible says. So I hope you will learn, and you will have the spirit of the Bible when you read it. So next time when you call me, you will give me a good news.
I really hope so, man.
All right. I'm happy to hear from you, and feel free to call me anytime.
Absolutely, man.
All right. Take care, and I ask all the Christians to pray for this gentleman, and may the Lord, open his eyes and help him to come to him and to be saved. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. All right. I'm sorry for the money you waste to go to Hajj. What a waste of money. Right? I see many people talking about me in the chat. You can say whatever you want about me in the chat. You don't even know me. And here you notice, by the way, when people, they start speaking negative about you, that's good. I will tell you why. People speak against you either because really truly you are negative and you are a bad person, or they are trying to make you look bad. But yet, it doesn't matter which one of them, they don't dare to call me and get me busted to be what they say. Then you need to ask yourself, what's wrong? Like there's a person, he is saying Christian Prince is not humble. What do you want me to do? What does exactly that mean? What do you mean not humble? What humble mean? Say to you, you are right when you are stupid? Do you want me to be politically correct and that will make you humble? Well, for sure I will not be humble. If you are a dumb, I am very thankful that I'm not like you. Call me, prove me wrong. I challenge you even to explain what the word humble mean. I'm sure you do not know even what you are saying. Call me, here we go, Skype, they are posting it for you. I challenge you, go. Why you don't call me? Do you know what the word humble mean? Big mouth, but they don't dare to debate you. They don't dare to prove you wrong. Even though, remember, my English is not that strong, which means you can, if you are a person who is, born in England or in America, you speak way better language than me. So you have advantage over me. But yet they don't dare to call me. Do you know why? Because you are a potato. And by the way, I have a copyright over the word potato. I use the word potato for a reason. You see, all those Muslims who they claim they have knowledge of Islam, they are potatoes. Otherwise, why they don't call? All what take them is to call me once and destroy me, and nobody will listen to me. People, they will notice Christian Prince, he know nothing, he is nobody, and nobody will listen to me. Why they are avoiding the match, the potato match? Because they knew I will fry them. You said polygamy is for mental illness. Abraham and Jacob, they were. Okay, hold on. Let us go and examine this. Just to show you how stupid you are. If we go in the Bible, we will see that Abraham, he did not practice polygamy for the sake of polygamy. Abraham, he wanted to have children. Why you don't call me? And what does have to do with humble? This is supposedly to be about being wrong. Correct, people? What does have to do with being humble or not humble? This is about being right or wrong. So did Abraham seek another woman for the sake of sex? I'm waiting for you. And then we will go to Jacob. I'm waiting. Why Abraham had more than one wife? I'm waiting. You don't know why? Or you are a person who complained but you don't know what to say? I don't care if you are a Muslim or not. What kind of answer this answer? You said to me that I am not humble because they said polygamy is for mental illness. Yes, it is. It is. The Bible says clearly, don't multiply your wives. Is that true? So now call me and get me busted. Sorry, CP, keep going. What do you mean, sorry, CP? I know what to say to people. They complain. They don't know how to make, you know, if the Lord himself could not make people happy, I will make people happy, I will not. Mission impossible. The purpose of polygamy, the reason a man he seek it, because he like to have more women in his bed. To explain it to you in a, let us say, in a different way. Let us say here, let us open a page. Which page? We need a page which just to draw something for you. I'm just seeking an empty page, white page, so we can. Okay, here we go. You see, when Muhammad he say in the Quran that Allahu wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi, Allah and the angels they are praying on Muhammad. This is polygamy. Ooh, how is that? Okay. You have a person who become the center of everything around him. So God, angels, believers, women, everybody exists for one reason. To satisfy him, satisfy his needs. In the case of polygamy, it's not only about sex. No, there's many other things. It's you being the center of interest. Simply, you being God. So those who do polygamy, what they are seeking in reality is to have a wheel, and this wheel of life go around them. Everything, all those women, they are fighting to compete to make him happy. In bed, in food, it doesn't matter how. In singing, in dancing, in stripping. Otherwise, one woman is what God created for Adam. Did God make a mistake when he said in the Bible, multiply, don't multiply your wives? Did God make a mistake when he created only Adam and Eve? Was Adam an happy person because one woman is not good, is not enough? So simply, polygamy for sure is a sign of mental illness. Because there is no need of it. Except self-worship. It's about selfishness. What if the women, you ask the Muslims, why the man, he can have many wives, but the wife cannot have many men? They say to you, oh, the man, he is the one who is in charge of the house because he have money. Well, Khadija, she was the boss of Muhammad. Muhammad worked for her. And she can afford for sure having many husbands. In fact, she had 3 husbands. In fact, the Arab used to have many, the women, they have many husbands. And when she delivered a child, she decided who is the father. So what Islam did, Islam is switch from the women have a choice to the man only choice. So Islam is a man-made religion for the sake of the man, to serve the man, to worship the man. Muhammad, he said actually, a woman, if she suck the buzz of her husband, she did not do enough to him yet. Why a woman, she need to suck the buzz of the husband? How that will make her a good woman? Muhammad, he said, if there is someone to worship after God, I will command women to worship their husbands. Why you want to worship the husband? Is he a husband or is God? Do we have any Muslim? Anyone? It's a sickness. Imagine Muhammad is forcing women to suck the buzz of infection of the man. And yet this is the same woman, he can divorce her in 1 second and replace her by others. She is nobody. A woman, she cannot say no to her husband even if you want to do boom boom to her in the top of the camel. Why a man want to do to her boom boom in the top of the camel? Is he an animal? Is that what Muslims they do? Have sex in the street? Any Muhammadan? And the hadith about this, I can find it. Give me a second. Look like this website don't have it. It should be here. Let us see a different one. Same. But we can find it in Arabic, no problem. Let's see. All those reference here actually is about the woman, she is being a slave of the man. Muhammad, he made it clear actually, if he commanded one day a woman to bow down to somebody beside God, is going to be her husband. Why? Isn't it this is what paganism is about? Why the woman she prostrate herself before her husband? This is what polygamy is about. It's paganism. Is worshipping fake God. Say polygamy is sin, it is sin. You see, just to show you how stupid some people are, polygamy is sin when there is a law against it. As an example, this idiot, he keeps saying stupid things. When the children of Adam, they had sex with their sisters, was that sin? The answer, no. But is having sex with your sister is a sin? The answer, yes. Big deal. So you're an idiot. You are literally an idiot. Sin it is when it says don't do so. Sin it is not if there is no command about it. So when God, he gave the command, did he told Abraham, don't have more than one wife? Did he say to him, don't, and then Abraham, he disobey? No. There is no command. If there is no command, there is no sin. When Adam, he committed sin, what was a sin? He disobeyed the command. Anything else he can do. Correct? This is the garden, do whatever you want. Jump in the tree, cut in the tree, eat, jump, have sex with your wife, do whatever you want. But don't go there. That is the only command. So what is sin? Is to disobey the command. In Genesis 2:24, which parents Adam left to join his wife. Look how stupid he is, this guy. I mean, this guy obviously suffering from mental illness. You idiot. How Adam will join, he will leave his parents if he is the first man. I mean, are you a person who eat poo-poo and you think it's food? So you want, look how smart he is. Man, that's deep. That's so deep. In America, they call it, that is the potato, poo-poo. So now you are asking, Adam, he left who? His parents? He's the first man. You stupid idiot. Don't you know that even Eve is created from the limbs of Adam? So they are united already? You're a donkey. Yet you claim that you know your Bible. Is it Adam is where Eve is created? So she is from his body. So they are already one. In fact, when God created Adam, he called both of them Adam. Eve was called Adam, and Adam was called Adam. You see how stupid you are? Yet you claim that you are pastor, imam, rabbi, potato, tomato, all of this together? Oh boy. You remind me of what his name, Rabbi Shamoli? What his name, the one who debated David Wood? Sorry, not David Wood, Muhammad Hijab. He told him Islam is beautiful. I mean, imagine how stupid this one who called himself rabbi. He will prove something. What is that? That Hamas is bad. So what he say, Islam is beautiful. So if Islam is beautiful, why Hamas is ugly? I mean, do you see the stupid hypocrite liars? They call themselves rabbis. They call themselves, and those are the ones they invite them because they make poo-poo. Those are the ones they invite them to debate. Islam is beautiful. This is what the rabbi he said. Do we have any Abdul? Anyone? This is why, by the way, I find that maybe most of those so-called rabbi, they are fraud. They are doing political business. In fact, they are anti-Israel. They promote false information against Israel. So now whoever heard this debate, suppose he is there to defend Israel. Did he? In fact, no. He said Islam is beautiful. So Muhammad command to kill every Jew. Is that because Islam is beautiful? Muhammad raped the Jews. Muhammad enslaved the Jews. Muhammad tortured the Jews. Muhammad, he brought a guy, he's a Jewish man. They keep beating him to tell them where he hide his money. And then the idiot who he claimed to be a rabbi, he said Islam is beautiful. And by the way, we have the same garbage between us. We have those who claim to be Christian ministers or priests, and they defend Islam. A lot of them, they are the sons of the devil. This is why when you go to a church, or even if you are a Jew, if the rabbi he said to you, we and Muslims worship the same God, your rabbi is a devilish man. He served the devil. The God of Islam is not even a spirit. The God of Islam did not give Moses the 10 Commandments. The God of Islam, he commanded to break the 10 Commandments, each one of them and more. When you go to so-called a church, I say so-called because I'm talking about certain priests. And those people, they say to you, well, we worship the same God. Tell him where, how? Well, our God is Jesus. Is their God is Jesus? No. So how we worship the same God? Our God is a spirit. Is their God is a spirit? No. So how we worship the same God when the nature of the God is not even the same? In our heaven, there is no sex, nothing of that. Their heaven is nothing but a porn station. How we have the same God, but we have totally opposite heaven. Our God teaches us to love our enemy, to bless those who curse us. Their God teach them to hate and kill and rape. How we have the same God? There's a lot of people, they lie to you and they claim to be Christians. In fact, those are more dangerous than the Muslim sheikh themselves. For they are the same as the mole, is the termite inside your house. In the house of God, they are the termite. And I advise you actually, if you go to a church, this is how you know if this church is a place of God or not. You ask them, what do you think about homosexuality? They start saying to you, God love everybody. Listen, a potato, listen to me. I am not asking you God love who and God hate who. I'm asking you, what do you think about homosexuality? Will God accept everybody? Hold on, listen. They don't even dare to give you an answer for the question. They go around it. Did I ask you if God loves everybody? No, God don't love everybody. That is a big fat lie. We can go right now and find tens of verses in the Bible about how God, he cursed the wicked ones. Who said so? So why we have hell? When the Bible says, because God, he loved the world, he sent his only begotten son, is to save them from their wickedness. But he don't love the man for his wickedness. He loved the man to be saved. But if you are wicked, you will go to hell. So if you are a thief, if you are a criminal, if you are a drug dealer, if you are whatever you are, you will go to hell. Do we have any Muhammadan? Okay, you know, the guy, you call yourself prophet. Why you don't call me? Why you don't call me? I just searched in the internet. This guy, he's saying, show me one verse against polygamy. And guess what? Right away, the first thing came to me, in front of me, 100 verse against polygamy. Just 100. And this guy saying to you, show me one. I think the reason you are defending polygamy because you are a sick person and you like to have multiple partners. Otherwise, in fact, if Christianity or the Bible promote polygamy, I advise you to leave it. The first verse in the Bible says, but because of the temptation and sexual immorality, each man should have his own wife and each woman her own husband. Show me one verse in the Bible. All the Bible speak against it. And you are a potato. Do we have any Muhammadan here? The easiest way to find if somebody is a pedophile, if he get upset if you insult a pedophile. The easiest way to find out that a person he like to have multi-partners if when he upset if you say you should not have multi-partners. Otherwise, why he will be upset? It's like a thief and he is wanted. Each time he hear the police car, he think it's coming for him, unless you live in New York. Then they will bring you the Amazon delivery. If you live in New York or Chicago. The police in your service there. Not to arrest you, but to protect you when you attack people or to commit a theft. I mean, imagine those stupid states, 5 or 6 illegal migrant, they attack the policemen, they beat them, and they let them go. Imagine if we beat a man. I mean, American, they cannot beat a policeman, but migrant, they can. They are poor migrant, you know, and they want to give them now a credit card. Stupid liberals. Mental illness. Do we have any Muhammadan? This is why liberals, by the way, they join forces against America with Muslims. This is why liberals, they join terrorists against Israel. Because liberals, they are suffering from mental illness, severe mental illness. I mean, he will find somebody holding the flag of the homosexual, and he go screaming in the street, "Free Palestine." If we send him to so-called Palestine, he will be dead in 2 seconds. They will kill him. It's the truth. It's a fact. Yet they join them because simply they are suffering from mental illness. Who is here for the first time? If you are here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. You see, we don't ask people to subscribe, but just to remind you, because I know people, they come, they go, they don't. So we don't even have 4,000. You know, I'm leaving my account in YouTube, which have 156,000. And I come in here because here we can keep our videos. Until now, thank God, Rumble did not harass us, and I hope they will never. So invite your friends. And by the way, some people, they struggle with the Rumble. They say it doesn't work good for them. Use Opera. Opera is a browser. It's free, and it have like a proxy. And I noticed that those who are using Opera, they are doing very good. I can post for you. I don't know what you are using, Mac or Windows. Anyway, you can search for download Opera. All right, and then based on your computer, is going to tell you when you click, is going to open for you Mac or Windows. All right. It's for free. They have VPN for free. For free. So if you are living in a country where they block, like in Indonesia, they told me that Rumble is blocked in their country. Well, be sure to turn the VPN. You can go to the setting and turn it on, and that will change everything for you. It's for free. All right. Any Muhammadan? How many of you using Opera? How many of you using Opera? Let me see. I will open Opera and post the link for Rumble there. Give me a second. I think even Opera, even the chat run faster. Right? Like I'm comparing between both. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Here's the
all right. So try it. It's for free. And maybe we need to, like, you know, I mean, whatever software you think it's better. Opera GX. There's something called Opera GX. I don't know what is that. Let me search. Opera GX. Ah, there's Opera GX. You are right. What is that? Is it different? Ah, this is for gaming. Okay, I will download it. Let us try Opera GX. Okay, good to know. This is the first time I hear about it. Opera GX. So guys, search for Opera GX. All right. As you see, click down, like search for download. And this is their logo. You see their logo is like a circle, red circle. And look like this is made just for gaming. And maybe this is why it is better and faster. Let me try here. Okay. Opera GX setup. Okay, I will do it after I finish. Let us see, do we have any in Skype? Nobody. All right. Yeah, usually things for gaming is going to be more smooth because simply it's play software of things moving fast, etc. Yeah, I saw a guy speaking against those, they call themselves the army of God, and he was saying that those are people who they are teaching hate. Imagine someone saying that we should have borders. Suddenly he is a person teaching hate. Why? Because you know why they want illegal migrant? Do you know why the mafia, they like them? Because they want to abuse them. They bring those women, children, they are in the street. Look, they are sleeping everywhere. Women they will use for prostitution, even children, for prostitution. You bring in a migrant, he cut your grass for $5. $5. Why you want to pay $50, $60, at 80, 100? $5. So they are not in love with the migrant. They want to abuse them. Myself, when I came to the state, I accepted a salary. It's not even a salary for a kid. Not even a salary for a kid. Because I have no choice. They took advantage of me. Oh, you are now just a student, you don't have your papers yet, so you have limited hours, we cannot give you more than this. And I work like a horse. This is why they want the migrant. So they can use them, abuse them, make money from their back. They don't give you health insurance. They don't register you. They don't do anything right. And you think you are. You think, by the way, you think you are legal. You think they are covered by health insurance. You think you are working for a company. They don't. A bunch of filthy. So I have a first-hand experience of what it's to be to take advantage of when you are a migrant. I know it very well. It's a mafia. They don't love them. They want to use them. If a woman, she is good looking, she will end in a pimp room. If a woman, she is not good looking, she will end in a back kitchen room. We know what they want to do with them. Suddenly, the liberals are people of a charity when they don't believe in God. Who of those liberals want to take any of those migrants to live in his house? Let us see, Nancy Pelosi, she don't even stay in her villa. She have money more than one villas. They want to abuse them. And I'm telling you about my experience. I was really so upset. I see a guy, and he is Mexican. He work with me. I do the same exact work. He got paid at least 3 times more than me. At least. And I do work more than him. I'm almost in call. Almost I have to be there. Always I cannot say no. They will fire me. I need a job. And yet I get the too little tiny money, which is almost useless. This is what they want to do with the migrant. And I'm speaking about my own experience. They are filthy, they are cowards, and they don't care for the migrants. No health insurance. Nothing. You know what nothing means? Nothing. And they give you the job which nobody want to do. Yeah, I understand, Bella. So they are not in love with that. And you know, when those children and those women, they come and they end in the street because they are coming in a huge number to the point nobody can. You see, if it's just a small number of migrant, I mean, they can be observed by society easy. But when you are talking about hundreds of thousands coming every month, if not even millions, and then you find them sleeping in the road in the middle of the winter. You have responsibility as a human not to let this happen. And you know, if you say you want to open the country for migrant, well, then open the country for migrant. Everybody will come. Nobody will stay in Afghanistan. Nobody will stay in Pakistan. Nobody will stay in India. Nobody will stay in Iraq. Nobody will stay in Syria. Nobody will stay in Lebanon. Nobody will stay anywhere. Most of the world is messed up. There's a lot of Chinese coming from China. And then after you give them the citizenship, they start complaining about this country. You know, my experience with the migrant, I want to speak about the Arab, my people. Once I met a bunch of guys, and they asked me if I go with them to a restaurant. You know, that was, I think, Sunday something. So I went there, and they started telling me, if I am in Jordan, I will be living a very nice life. Here I'm nobody. I don't like it here. The other guy, he said, oh, I used to live in Kuwait. Man, my life is so good. I don't know what I did to myself. I came here. Anyway, so each one of them, he started telling you how good his life was before he came to America. And then they asked me, what do you think? I said, I think you're a bunch of, all of you, excuse my language, a bunch of piece of shits. Because all of you, you claim that your life there is way better, but you are still here. Why you don't take your passport and leave immediately? Go. As long as this country is a garbage, it's bad, it's ugly, it's disgusting, it's nothing. Why you don't go? They got so upset from me and they never called me back. I mean, look at the hypocrite. They sleep in the front of the embassy, God knows how many times, to get a visa. If not, they cross the borders and they risk their life, or they cross the sea. They come, they wash dishes in restaurant until they get a green card. And then after they get the green card and become a citizen, and now they are driving nice cars, this country is bad, disgusting. Some of us are kids. Okay, well, you should not have kids here, my friend. This is about Islam. Don't bring kids here. It's your fault if you have kids around you. You know, you should have a headphone. Get a Bluetooth. Sometimes you cannot use a better word. I mean, you have to use it. What I will use? Fertilizer? Okay, next time I will use fertilizer. This is why me, myself, I don't associate myself generally with Middle Eastern. For sure, not everybody is the same, you know, but generally they are so hypocrite. He is coming from Iraq. Iraq is so beautiful. Come on, man. I mean, what are you talking about? Iraq is dust. Iraq, I mean, it's messed up. But Iraq is beautiful. That's it. So why you are here? Go. What are you waiting for? So this guy, he was speaking about those American who they are going there, and they are saying how evil they are, how disgusting, how bad. The bad is you. You want them to get in so you can use them, abuse them sexually, financially, labor. That is the whole purpose. Otherwise, I dare you to open your house for them and let your house full of them. You don't. If somebody get close to your yard, well, you will shoot them. A bunch of hypocrite cowards. Anyway, do we have any Abdul? Yeah. No Abdul left? No Abdul? What happened? We have a dry land, Abdul. Nothing went across the border? Get a VPV drone to scan your area if you need to. Scan it from what? I don't care who is, for me, who dare to come to my house? Don't worry. I have one way to enter. Nobody can leave. You get in, you can't get out. One-way ticket to the moon. You know the song, I remember when I was a teenager, One-Way Ticket to the Moon. And I was saying, why those people want to go to the moon, one ticket? I said, this is Muhammad. He shouldn't. I wish we could. Muhammad, he went to the moon, but he have two-way tickets, brother. How he came back? According to Muhammad, when he went to heaven, he found the Euphrates River and the Nile River. Muhammad is trying to copy phrases from the Bible about the Garden of Eve, and the Eve that he thinks it's in heaven, in the sky. Yeah, remember the song? One-way ticket to the moon. One-way ticket to the moon. Oh boy. I better not to sing, people will start leaving. Should I change my career and start singing? Yeah. Like, when Muhammad, he went to the moon, to the heaven. What I like about the story, actually, is the flying donkey. You feel like you enter Disneyland. And one of the stories here, actually, is how the donkey don't want Muhammad to ride him. Hold on. Look at this. From Ishaq ibn Mansur, أخبرنا عبد الرازق, أخبرنا Muammar told us from Qatada, that Al-Buraq, which is the name of the donkey, brought to the Prophet SAW, it's like a shortwave station radio, on the night of Isra, which means the night Muhammad, he went up to heaven. The saddled and reunited, I don't know if I'm saying the word correctly, but he shied from him. What the heck? Can you believe it? The ugly, disgusting donkey. He don't want the Prophet to ride him. Can you believe it? And then, look what happened. So Jibreel, the angel, he said to the donkey, you stupid idiot son of Muta. Do you know who is this? Do you know who is this? This is Muhammad. This is Muhammad Habibi. Do you know who's this? Look like this donkey. He don't know he's coming to who? There's a lack of communication in heaven. Allah did not tell his donkey where he's going. They just told him go. And now the donkey arrived to do the ride, but he don't want Muhammad to ride him. That's deep. And then the angel says to him, you stupid idiot, potato donkey idiot, stupid, brought shame to Allah. You are refusing to let the Prophet ride you? And then look what happened to the donkey. And he said to them, there is no one more honorable to your Lord than him. And then the donkey, he started sweating his ass. Look at the donkey. Imagine if you have a video at that time, video camera, and you go live in YouTube. And you are reporting such a story, and the donkey is a dripping poo-poo, sweetness, even he lost his teeth, even his tail went between his legs. All of this because he was feeling the shame. What I did. Aman Rabbi Aman. What kind of a donkey you are? You brought shame to Allah. Allah here sent the wrong ride. You better take Uber next time. I mean, look at those stupid stories, man. Do we have any Muslim explain to us why? And really, Jibreel, he told him like, shame on you, potato. How come he did not use potato? He didn't know about it. If I am there, I will say to him, potato, what are you doing? What's wrong with this donkey? Even the donkey don't want Muhammad. Is that because he smelled bad? In fact, there is a story, there's a hadith about a person, he is a Muslim, he said to Muhammad, your donkey smells so ugly. And then the Muslim, they start fighting each other. Anyone knows what they use? Anyone knows? Maybe we should talk about it next time we go live. They start fighting each other by throwing shoes at each other. Tell those people who they are struggling with audio to use Opera GX if they can, or Opera. They use shoes exactly, yeah. Sandals, yeah. CP, if Muslims believe in their heart that they worship same God as we are they saved because Jesus judged them in what in their heart? No. You see, Jesus judged you by what is in your heart if you are a person who do not know, which means nobody told you. Let us say you are a person who live in the jungles of the Amazon. So nobody mentioned to you the name of Jesus. You never received the gospel of Jesus. So how you can be judged? You will be judged by knowing, not by not knowing. If you do not know the law, there's no law. So if a person he heard that only believe in Jesus can save him once, he received the message. If a person he knew about the Bible, it exists, and he heard of the name of Christ, he have no excuse. Judging you by what you know is only if you are a person who have, let us say, you are cut out of civilization. Like, you know, just to make it simple, even if it may be silly, like the story of Tarzan. Tarzan is a child, he lost in the jungle, blah, blah, he grew by, you know, the gorilla take care of him. Fiction story, but let us go with it. Let us say you are a Tarzan who live in the jungle. You never heard of Jesus. Then God will judge you by what you know. God, he occupied us, or let us say, when we are created, when we see blood, we feel disgusted. You see, even a dog, when he do wrong, he feel guilty. Is that true? Is that correct, or I'm making things up? So how a dog, he knew he is guilty? He hid. He put his head down. Look at this picture here. The girl, she screamed at him, and he put his head down. You know, he's hiding. He knew, and he's a dog. Is that correct? So when God created us, he did not leave us. Yeah, there's no picture. Hold on. Look at this. Guilty dog. He's better than many human. They go to the store, they rob the store, and they are so rude and so filthy, and they are so proud of their theft. Dogs is better than them. Look, the girl, she is speaking to the dog is guilty. He knew he did something wrong. There's tons of videos on YouTube. He acted as a guilty creature. He knew. Obviously, dog is better than Muhammad. He rape women. He think this is, and he tell his people this is from God. Right? So if a dog, he feel that he is guilty and he understand what guilty mean, why human being don't? So trust me, even if you are a person who is born in the middle of nowhere, you in your heart, you know, you feel what is wrong. You know that killing somebody is wrong. You know that taking a woman against her will is wrong. You know that stealing something belong to someone else is wrong. You know. So God will judge you by what you know, which means what God gave you when he created you. You know. You feel disgusted when you see blood. Why? Look at this one behind the curtain. He went behind the curtain. Look at their eyes. I mean, if we play those videos, by the way, I mean, you look at their eyes. Honestly, I mean, it's so amazing how they are acting. Look at this girl here. She is schooling the dog. And like, you don't even dare to look at her. Like, oh yeah, they are talking about me. Look what I did. I did rip the pillow. Oh, yeah, it's me. What I can say, I cannot deny it. You know? And then they say to you that Islam is the one who make you better. Islam make you... Look what this doggy did. I mean, this guy, he is anti-education for sure. He just converted to Islam. What happened, man? What? Why you did it? What? It's not good to leave this dog with the library. You come back, you find all your document. And I hope that Biden, he will not take him to the White House, because that will he will use this dog to rip all the document about his bribes and Hunter Biden. Like he throw the paper, the dog, he rip it apart, so nobody can spy and read. It's a shredder machine. Yeah. Look at this one. What he have in his... He ate the yogurt, or what? The ice cream? What he have in his mouth, in his nose? I'm not sure. All right. So yes, you know, human being, when he is created, God, he gave you a simple basic knowledge. Like, you know, when the Bible says that God, he taught Adam the names of things. This is not about names. That's mean God, he gave him basic knowledge. Basic knowledge of how to live. Otherwise, God is not teaching, he's not opening school to teach you a door, ladder, table, you know. This is just about teaching you basic things when he created you. Okay. All right, I think we have enough for today. And I will try my best to come tomorrow if I could. And I hope we have a good time. Did we have a good time? I want to say thank you for all of you, and thank you for those who always support us by coming here or by other kind of support. And I hope you will share the link with your friends so people more will know how to find me. As you know, most of people, they usually look for me in YouTube, but I think it's better for us not to be in YouTube. It's not, there's no future for us in YouTube, obviously. And I think YouTube as a software is going to die sooner or later. You know, there's a lot of competition is coming. In the time of Trump, he tried to, you know, let us say, to protect Facebook, Twitter. You know, that's why he was fighting TikTok. But I think the end of those programs are coming. More things will merge and they will die, especially with them being very much aggressive and they are not sincere and not honest. I believe even TikTok is going to die. You know, it's like a trend, you know, like a new software come, they go up. And that's why actually I say, I know many people, they invest in the stock market. Never buy stock market in such a thing. Those are not even a business. Like a Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, those they can be demolished in a day and all your money will go. They are not even real. What they own exactly. It's a website. Nothing. All what they have is a website. It's not like a company who make airplanes or a company make cars, or they have an asset, they have real property, they have, those are nothing. They can be demolished in a second. Even Google can be demolished. Like, you know, Google tried its best to own everything. Like Android, they bought Android. YouTube, they bought, YouTube is not part of Google, by the way. It was not. They bought it. Anything grow, they feel is going to have a future, they hijack it, they buy it. But the same one who made YouTube, somebody else will make better than YouTube. And they will grow big, and they will be competing. And then what Google will do, will buy it again. You will notice that those things is not really working no more. And companies which is controlled by the Silicon Valleys is moving because the Democrats are stupid. All the businessmen, all the rich people of the Silicon Valleys are leaving the country. In the world, in the best scenario, they are going to different states like Texas or Florida. So I warn you, if you want to invest, never invest in those websites. They have no future. They will be sued, they will be closed, they will be destroyed. Just wait. And one more thing, as long as we are talking about business. If you are a person who invests in Bitcoins, did you hear the news? Trump, he is said, if he become a president, he is going to ban it. So imagine all your investment can be destroyed by one announcement and your money will go. And Trump is right. He said, well, you don't have money. Your money is where? So if you want to invest in something real, something exists. You buy property or you invest a company which is real, doing a real service. They have a real business. No, I'm serious. Trump, he said that, don't you know? So imagine if Trump, he won the election next year. Okay, maybe you don't believe me. Hold on. I saw it. Huh. Yeah, this is January here. This is January 18, 2024. Go read it. He is a big fan of US dollar and he is anti the cryptocurrency. And he will ban it. What you will do then? You don't even know where's your money. Where is your money? Where is your money exactly? Which bank? Where we can find it? Where you can cash it? So, if Trump, he became a president, the Bitcoin business will be collapsing. Because, you know, everything is connected to USA. So good luck with that. All right. I don't know. What I saw, what I understood, he spoke that he is a fan of the US dollar and he is against all corrupto or like those kind of virtual currency. He did. He's not only against one thing, no. You know, Trump plus Bitcoin. You see the word Bitcoin? Facebook, Libra, etc., blah, blah, blah. So it is what he said. They asked him about many things. In fact, he said that Bitcoin is a scam. He said that. Bitcoin is a scam. This is what Trump... So this guy, if he becomes the president, and most likely he will, you know, then what you would do? All your business has gone with the wind. And he said it clear. He said it's a scam. So, you know, people, they become so greedy. Okay, you know, this currency is going so high, so fast. Everybody want to get rich. And then you will collapse. And then you will go home. You will bite your fingers. You will wish that you never stayed there. Anyway, it's up to you. You know better. Me, myself, I'm not really a person who like those... I don't know who is there, who is in control, who is stealing your money, who can take your money, who is in control of the server. One person controlling the server, he can steal your, you know, if one person, you have your password, you lost your money. Which means if a hacker, he hack your username and password, you lost everything. So, anyway, I'm not an economy expert, but for me, I believe that investment have to be in something real, you know, something real, something you can hold into, something have a physical existence. Anything else is just in the wind, right? Yeah. And, you know, people, they are greedy. Everybody want to be rich. Then when you are greedy, you collapse. So if you have it, I think maybe it's better to stop being greedy and sell it and get what you can have, because you never know. Tomorrow might a bad news come. Like, you know what this guy, his name? I forgot the name. The guy, he took, I don't know how many million, 400 million? I don't know. I mean, look how easy. I mean, the dollar, they're talking about what? How this guy, he become so rich? So later, suddenly, this currency collapse. People who have hundreds, millions of dollars, it's gone with the wind. Where do you go now? There's nothing. How you can take it back? At least banks, they have guarantee, the government, etc. They have asset, they have building, they have a property, they have mortgage, they have many things. You know, you can go after them. You can get at least a million number of the money. Those didn't know where they are. Who are they? You don't know. Yeah, Bankman. Even his name is Bankman. Bankman. He's made for this, huh? His name is made for that. Yeah. And you know, I heard the news about like China and India and the end of the dollar, and all of this is garbage. Here we go. India is coming back to the dollar. Russia itself, their money is in the dollar. Emirat, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, their money in the dollar. The Chinese. So you hear a lot of news about fighting the dollars. They want, you know, they are using, you know, joining BRICS, and it's not going to work, because simply the dollar is the storage of wealth of all countries in the world, and they cannot get rid of it. They cannot. It's like, you know, mission is impossible. Good luck with that. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you, and until we see you soon again. God is good, so is Jesus. And Islam is nothing but mental illness. Muhammad, he took shower with dead dogs and women blood from period. A clear evidence of his mental illness. His promises about heaven, about endless penis, big vagina, 1 mile ass, is a clear evidence of mental illness. Shaitan, he sleep in your nose, piss in your ears, round himself around your penis, go inside your anus, is a clear statement of someone suffering from mental illness. If you don't believe me, that's your problem. Thank you. God bless you, and see you soon. Take care.